So I know that some of you guys watch my videos and quite frankly, you hate me. And to be honest, that's fine with me. You see, I've been uploading my life now on YouTube for 9 years. I'm talking about the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, from starting my first business to take care of my mom, to hiring my first employee at 17, to dropping out of school, to making my first $1 million, to then making over $100 million since then, and documenting the whole journey. Now, for some people, I'm a hero. For some people, I'm a villain, but quite frankly, I don't really care. And I don't mean that in any egotistical way. It's just, I'm a human, okay? I'm a real person who lives life, who up, who succeeds, and then just shares what works for him. And if you find that valuable, watch. And if you don't, that's cool as well. Some people love me, some people hate me, but no one can deny that I set out with a mission. I said what I wanted to do, I did it, and I recorded the whole entire thing. So, what you're about to see is nearly a decade of dedication, delusional belief, and the grace of God. So here is my journey from a 15-year-old kid to 9 figures. And let's start with 2016, when I made the best decision in my entire life without even realizing it, picking up a camera and building a personal brand. Yeah, I basically just want to talk about why I'm doing this before I end off, and where I want to go with it. I started on Instagram maybe 2.5 months ago, and I can honestly say in that 2.5 months, lots of opportunities have popped up, and it's really been just a great decision. I start off one photo, now I have 60 odd, whatever. And yeah, in that 2.5 months, I've gotten sponsorship offers, I've gotten so much feedback, I've gotten people telling me that I inspire and motivate them, and all these things are just amazing for me to hear, and they really just make me quite happy. I've given out advice when asked. I really just tried to help people out with their journey, and I've tried to share mine, and if that's interesting to people, then so be it, and I'm happy they're on my Instagram and enjoying my content. And really just the next step for me is YouTube. I'll be honest, this is maybe the 3rd day I've vlogged, and this is probably the 1st day I've gotten it properly as I wanted it, and I'm still nowhere near what I want my video production to be and what I want my videos to look like. There really is just quite a distance to go before I reach that place. And I'll be honest, YouTube vlogging is just so hard, especially in the gym. So hopefully it's something I'll get better at. Practice makes perfect. Same applies for literally anything in life. That's really what I want, guys. I want to help, I want to inspire, I want to motivate. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I will answer. Because at the beginning I had so many questions, and I asked as many people as I could, and they really helped me out. And now what I want to do is I want to take what I've learned and help other people out. I want to provide value is basically what I'm trying to say. So now what I want to do is I want to take this, I want to share my journey, and if that inspires and that motivates people along the way, I've done what I've accomplished my goal, basically. My goal is basically just for another 15, 14, 16, 19, 20, whatever, however old you are, to see my video and think, wow, if you stick in there, if you put in the work, great things can happen. Credit where credit's due. I mean, when I used to look at all these YouTubers saying they'd get home and then they'd have to do editing, I would think, how long does putting together a couple clips take? It took me an hour last night to put together, overlay some music, render a 13-minute video. This vlogging thing's harder than I thought. Hey guys, so I want to end off today's vlog by inviting you to ask yourself, why are you here? What's your purpose? What's your passion? It's 11:30. I just did my second workout of the day. And the reason I can do that is because I know what my purpose is, I know what my passion is, and I don't ever think you're too young to figure it out. I think even at 15, 16, 17, 18, it's important to know. It will change over the course of your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. For some people, it'll stay the same. But I don't want to offer you guys a subpar service. So I'm going to continue studying. I'm going to keep learning. And then one of these days, guys, I will offer nutrition, workout, online coaching, and I'm going to make sure it's an amazing service. Let's hope this focuses in. Focus. Yeah, there we go. Guys, I get a lot of questions and a lot of DMs asking, will you make a workout plan for me? Will you make a meal plan for me? And they're offering money in exchange. A lot of people actually do online coaching, and I think it's a great thing. I don't think you need to pay insane amounts of money to have a personal trainer there by your side. I think if you get a solid workout and nutrition plan and you just get some support, it's really not that hard. Guys, the equipment at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What matters is the narrative, the message you're putting across, and the way you put together all the clips and edit it, and the way you present that message. And that's, once again, something that I need to work on, and that's something that I'm continuously striving to improve, because this is the way in which I share my message. It's through YouTube, it's through my Instagram, it's through what I write on Instagram, it's through my periscopes, the way I message back, and the amount of detail I message you back with, and the thought and the care I put into things. So guys, this is just my sort of way of saying you gotta hold yourself accountable. You have to constantly evaluate what you're doing. If you don't know, I train maybe 3-4 people like on a consistent basis, and I make them workout plans, sometimes even meal plans, help them achieve their goals, because these are friends of mine. It's easier to think in times like these that you're useless, you're worthless, you're undisciplined, you can't push past challenges. But guys, everyone has off days, bad days. Honestly, I can say that today, I was sick, but I genuinely got nothing done, or at least very little done, and that's not something I'm proud of. I think it's important to still be able to push past obstacles like that and make sure you're getting everything done daily, which you need to. But you are going to have days like these, guys, and don't beat yourself up about it. Reflect on the day, think about why it happened, and then move on, and make sure tomorrow is a really, really great day, and you make up for everything that's happened today. So that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. I'm just gonna go home, reflect on today, and set all my goals and my to-dos for tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm gonna crush it. I want you to switch on to my video, and I want you to see me say my message and then actually go through with it. I want you to see me, motivate you guys, and then I want you to see me within the vlog, lift to the best of my ability, read books, study, do all these things that are helping me and making me a better person. And I just want to inspire and motivate you guys through that, and that's what I'm best at. So that's what I want to play towards. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just want to talk about something that's been on my mind, and that's disassociating yourself from negativity, negative people. I think we take for granted just how much negative people and negativity in general actually, how much energy it actually saps from us. Honestly, guys, you can go for a 30-minute run and you can talk to a negative person for 5 minutes. They'll have the same effect. Once you just walk away from having a negative conversation with a negative person, you just feel drained. You feel as though they've stolen energy from you, and that's not how you should feel. You should always try and surround yourself with positive people. You should have positive thoughts, and you should go about things in a positive manner, because there's always a negative and a positive way to go about things. Even something like not fulfilling your duties, that's negative. you know, putting in the work when you don't want to, that's positive. I mean, I look at everything like that. And as I said, I think we take for granted, or not take for granted, but we underestimate just how much it has an effect on us. And guys, I'm just saying, try and take negativity and keep it the hell away from you, because that's not what you need. Your thoughts should be positive, because positive thoughts lead to positive outcomes. And your friends and the people you are around should be positive, because if they're not, it's just gonna sap so much energy from you. And guys, I'm not saying you should be an optimist and look at everything with sheer positivity and whatnot. I don't think that's healthy either. I think it's definitely right, and it's understandable when sometimes you are negative and, you know, you just want to complain, or you want to take the easy route, or you've just had enough and you're in a negative, bad place. I think that's understandable and it's fine. But what I'm trying to say is, live a 90% positive life, live a 95% positive life, and go about everything in a positive manner, because that will yield much better results. Getting better, becoming the best version of yourself is just such an important concept. And such an important idea that I want to remind myself, because, you know, sometimes I feel like being idle. I feel like just not accomplishing and not moving forward, because that takes effort, and sometimes you're just so tired you really don't want to, whatever your reason or excuse is. So that just reminds me of my core value, which is always move forward, always find ways to improve, and always find ways to become the best version of yourself. Alright guys, just to end this vlog off, I thought I'd show you something I'm quite proud of, and something that's continuing to grow, and that is my sort of book collection. Here on my sort of desk in my room, not desk, like whatever I can call this, these are pretty much just like 35 of my favorite books. I have maybe 50 more hard copy books in my actual like bookcase, and then I have like 50 more on my Kindle, which I never use anymore. I just use the app on my phone when I'm in the tube just to read. So I've got books like Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger's autobiography, What Everybody's Saying, book on body language, Way of Superior Man, one of the best books I've ever read. Science of Persuasion, Richard Branson, Losing My Virginity, Power of Now, Man's Search for Meaning, Sam Walton, Made in America, Kon-Tiki, Marcus Aurelius, Meditations. So this is more autobiographies, biographies, spiritual side. Yeah, all this stuff sort of inspires me, intrigues me, makes me understand myself better. Here's more along the real world. So we've got stuff like Alistair Campbell Winners, 4 Hour Workweek, Do Less Get More, Freakonomics, Thinking Fast and Slow, Personal MBA, Basics of Economics, How to Speak Money, Making Habits, Breaking Habits, The Power of Habit, Willpower, Mastery, 48 Laws of Power, and my Kindle. And then I've just got my NASM notes, some investing notes, some personal notes, and goal setting from like a year ago, which is always interesting to look back at. I've had people offer to pay me for online coaching and for online consultations and whatnot. I don't want to do that yet, because I don't feel as though I'm ready, and I don't feel as though I can offer you an amazing product, an amazing service, whatnot. Guys, I'm training people in real life. I'm reading sports science, textbooks, and then distilling that down into notes and really revising it and studying it. I'm learning my craft in order to provide value, so that one day I can feel I have the right to be paid for my services. Right now, I don't feel as though that's the case, because I don't feel as though I'm providing enough value in order to be paid for it.
So I'm just trying to be completely transparent with you guys. I don't want to, you know, give you a horrible service in return for your money. I want every single person who I charge in the future to be blown away by what I give you and what I present to you. When I'm not motivated, I just think about the people I'm helping and all the questions I get and, you know, the positive effect that this will have. But the point is, I'm taking time out of my day, and this isn't easy, but I'm taking time out of my day to create this for you guys. Oh yeah, guys, Ben Francis followed me. If you don't know who that is, let me just show you. One sec. Wait. Oh god, I'm feeling it. Okay, there we go. He's actually the co-founder and owner of Gymshark. Even before he followed me, I knew all about him. I mean, his story and what he's done with the company is absolutely amazing. It's insane, and I don't know, I find it really, really cool that he actually followed me. Sponsorship coming soon, I'm telling you guys. Whenever you put yourself out there, you have to expect that you're gonna get criticized, laughed at. People are gonna think you're stupid, or they're pretty much gonna taunt you. But don't give people that right. It's your life. You have to do what you want to do. To me, honestly, I'm just enjoying the journey so much that it doesn't even matter how many subscribers, how many views, how many likes. But the fact that every day there's usually around 150 people who watch my videos, 150 people who take out 10 to 15 minutes of their day to watch me talk to a camera, to watch my life, that's incredible. So I just want to thank you guys. Either you achieve something or you don't. So find a way to achieve and accomplish your goals. And if you fail, don't make excuses. Go to the drawing board, look at what you did wrong, readjust, make some more goals, and make sure you hit them next time. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that edit. What I'm going to leave you with right now is a couple clips from earlier on in the day.
That's okay, man.
Crazy story. Alright, so
it was outside on the street, yeah, on the road?
Outside on the street, yeah.
Was it pretty amazing?
Yeah, saw a MacBook Pro, and then took a while to look through your papers.
Listen, I've got to say thank you. I mean, it doesn't matter. You guys have got it, and that's...
I mean...
It's amazing how the laptop has survived. Yeah, it just... I can't believe it. It's like... Whoops.
Alright guys, so found him right now. Here he is.
Can I say, guys, Iman especially...
All torn up and stuff, but
yeah, all torn
you
up,
got it back.
Guess what? This is why you should buy an Apple. It lives through anything.
So what you saw right there was yesterday while I was on my way to the gym, my mom drove me, and our car, my mom thought there was just some black plastic bag in the middle of the road, and my mom ran over something, and we kept driving, heard like a little hiss, and I realized there must be something underneath the tires, underneath the car itself. So I stopped, looked underneath, and there was a bag. Not gonna lie, I was a bit freaked out, yanked it out. It was just a black bag, and there was a MacBook Pro in there, an iPhone, plane tickets, like just a bunch of stuff, and it was someone's belongings, guys. Someone had lost it. You know, I tried my best. I looked and I looked. You know, my mom and other people were telling me to take it to the police station, but never underestimate the power of the internet these days. So I looked online, spent quite a while, and finally found the company he worked for, found his company email through a link from an expo that I think he's going to. Got in contact with him and was able to finally give it back to him today. It was the best feeling in the world, guys. His wife had just given birth, and he has 2 kids. You know, so he was really in a rush, and he dropped his bag with all his belongings in it. And guys, what I'm trying to say here is honestly, you know, I don't think the world is completely righteous. I'm not completely righteous. I don't always do the moral things. I'd be completely lying to you if for a split second it didn't, you know, occur in my mind that I could sell this stuff for like £1,500, £2,000, and buy myself new camera equipment and a new phone and all this crap. But guys, I think in this world, I do genuinely believe that you attract what you are, and if you do the moral thing, I don't believe in karma, but I believe that that's what you'll attract, and you'll receive that back. If you're a high value person, you'll attract high value people. If you do the moral and the just thing, I do genuinely think that it'll come back to you one day. So that's my final message to you guys. You know, be the change that you want to see in the world. Set the example, and you know, sometimes you'll get fucked over, but in the end, you'll always come out on top. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day, guys.
Alright guys, so I just hit 500 subs. That may be a small deal to other people, but that is so impressive to me. I still can't believe I hit 500 subscribers. Just to think that 500 people looked at my YouTube channel and they're like, oh, okay, this guy has something to offer, is pretty crazy, and it's only been like 3 months. So I really appreciate it, guys, and I'm gonna continue to work to make this channel better and more enjoyable for you guys. Put out free content, guys. My #1 goal is to put out as much free content before you know, and if some of you guys want to take it to the next level and really change your lives, I've got my online plans, I've got my in-person clients. I just came back from training 2 clients. So the message I want to leave you guys is first of all, give before you take. Get out of this taking mentality. Find ways you can always provide value. Find ways you can pump out free content before you expect people to buy a $300 online coaching package. Alright guys, so what you saw right there was a workout with my girlfriend. It was last week's episode. So, you know, it takes a lot of courage to be completely honest about what's going on in your life, and you know, the ups, the downs. Here on YouTube, it's really easy, whether you have 1 subscriber or 1 million, to show, you know, just the good side, show how awesome your life is. And when you've got a personal YouTube, such as myself, when you decide to share your life, such as myself, I think it's important to show the ups and the downs. So, point is, I just want to be like completely honest with you. Going forward, you know, the next couple episodes, next couple vlogs might be a bit more mellow, not as happy. Basically, today was my girlfriend's last day in London. She moved back, so that's just something I'm warning you about right now. So guys, if you do YouTube, if you know, if you're trying to put on a facade with your friends, if you're trying to act like everything's okay and your life is just up, which is, I find it easy to do, especially because a lot of people are like, oh wow, 16, you've got this in order, this in order, this in order, I can't believe you're 16, blah blah blah. Show your struggles, because you honestly don't know who you could be helping. Just be completely real, and there's someone who could learn from your journey. When you do good, when you put great stuff out there, that's what you're gonna get back. I think, just being honest, I know I deserve this, because the amount of free content I put on YouTube, the amount of time I put into my Instagram, replying to every single person who, you know, asks me a question or anything like that. This is the byproduct of all that work and giving all that effort. When you give, you receive. Simple as that. And I've given a lot of value recently, and I guess now's my time to receive. So I think in yesterday's video, I told you guys about how I was hired to manage my old club's social media, do their marketing and their branding. So I'm just having a call with the owner right now to discuss a few details. Use something like Photoshop or Lightroom just to make it look more professional. Work the first billable. So that's YouTube. Also, there's a lot of analytics that I want to look on this, see when you're getting most traffic, and then optimize to post at those times. What I want to talk to you quickly about is enjoying the process. Now, you're not going to find happiness from when you get that first 1,000 subscribers or when you make that first million. Maybe in my case, it's not first million, but when you make 1,000 in a month, which I've done, which I did last month actually. So you're not going to find enjoyment from that, guys. What you are going to find enjoyment from is the tedious sort of stuff, you know, making channel art or talking to clients. It's the little sort of things, and it's literally about enjoying the process. And if you can find a way to do that, then maybe you're doing the wrong thing, and that's something you should think about. You could be doing this as well. If there's, you know, if you're looking at something expensive that you want, maybe you want to go on a trip, look at something you're, you know, okay at, or maybe even good at, and find a way to monetize it. Don't use your age as an excuse if, you know, you're whatever 15 to 18, because people will still hire you for quality. As long as you know what you're doing, as long as you can market yourself well, there's a lot of money to be made out there in whatever your niche is. So I hope that's, number one, answered your question as to how I can afford the things that I can afford. And number two, I hope that's inspired you to seriously take a look at your life and think, okay, how can I make money off of the things that I love doing or the things that I'm great at? Let me just be honest with you. My main, like my set point is I'm very negative. I make excuses a lot. I'm very lazy. Like, I'm serious. This is genuinely where I come from. I'm not very clever. I don't retain information very easily. But what I am is very hardworking. I've, you know, weeded out all those bad attributes, things like not being able to remember or retain information easily. That's why I've realized that, and I highlight and I make information packets and I look over things again and again. You know, things like I'm lazy. I'm naturally very lazy. I find out what motivates me. I make sure everything around me is, you know, success orientated. Everything from the music I listen to the audiobooks I listen to the books I read, to the people I have around me, to the things I watch, and even my own self-talk. I got at least 4 or 5 comments asking, how do you afford this crap? It is a lot of money, guys. First of all, my parents, my mom isn't helping me in the slightest pay for this. This is literally all my own money. And you may be wondering how I can afford something that's £1,500. And that's simply, I worked for it. Like, simple as that. And I've always looked at people who can monetize their passion, and I've never thought, they're cheating the system or they just got lucky. I thought, wow, that's genuinely incredible that they were able to cultivate something that they're good at, and then they were able to find a way to market themselves so people paid them for their service. And that's precisely what I've done, guys. You know, I started getting into the gym, and then I built up a brand on Instagram, you know, just for no reason to begin with. And then I started building up this YouTube, started building up my Snapchat. And, you know, throughout this time I was getting people asking me, do you do online coaching? And I'd always say no. And then I started thinking about it, and it actually became an idea in my mind. So I started studying NASM, NSCA notes. You know, I really got into the technical side of things. And then I spent over a month building my website, and through all of that, I've been able to make money through online coaching, through personal training, as well as now I'm making money through social media marketing and branding. These are all stuff that took a long time to cultivate. So, you know, the thing I want to leave you guys with is, if you have a passion, and especially if you guys are young, I mean, I know a lot of you guys are young out here. If you want to go to college, you know, it's such a good thing to have. It's a good way to make money on the side, whether, you know, you can do personal training freelance or videography freelance, or, you know, whatever it is, whether you can consult for or give advice on meditation and be a meditation coach, or literally whatever it is. If you can cultivate a skill from an early age, and you don't have to be brilliant or amazing. I get that comment a lot, guys. Guys, I was just making an invoice for my first billable next week. Next week's basically when I start getting paid for my social media work with the football club I'm working with. I just find it so crazy, guys. I'm creating invoices and I'm like learning all this stuff, and it's super cool that I'm learning this stuff at 16. And I remember the reason I tell you guys this is because I know a lot of you guys are sitting behind your screens and you're thinking, wow, like number one, you're either jealous, and that's mainly because you're like, there's no way I could do that. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I know what it's like. Like even a year ago, I never would have imagined this. I looked at, you hear all these success stories of these 16, 17, 18-year-olds making so much money off stocks or commodities, or, even for their service, or, founding these startups and then selling them. And I always thought there was something weird about it, or, I thought there was something unique or special to them, that there's no way I could do something like that. And I'm not comparing myself to someone who creates a startup and sells it for $1 million. But, I'm at a point where I'm still in school and I'm getting paid for, coaching people. I'm getting paid for running people's social media. People are paying me for my service. I've gone to a point where, I provide so much value that people are, paying me to go the extra step and do even more for them. I just find that so cool, guys. Like, I really do find that crazy. And I never would have imagined half a year ago. And that's why I'm telling you guys this, because just put out your first video. Put out your first post. Fucking look for something in your house, pick it up, and make that your first sale on eBay. Whatever it is, just try stuff. Alright guys, so from one call to the next, this one is not a client, this one is a follower. He's looking to get into the online coaching realm and asking me how he can sort of transition into that, and how he can build credibility and rapport. Go ahead, say hi to my vlog.
Appreciate it. Hey, what's going on, vlog? Massive fan. Definitely subscribe to this guy if you haven't already. He's dedicated. He's only 16. He's killing it.
Thanks a lot, man. I'm incredibly grateful for that day, and I mean, how crazy is that, guys? I go to the Gymshark meet by myself. I get so many people talking. I get so many people's contact information. I start talking to Dan, I start talking to Ben, I start talking to Noel. They invite me to lunch, and then they invite me to go work out. It's a crazy day, guys. Crazy, crazy day. And what it's made me realize is, those are the sorts of people that I should be hanging out with. Obviously, it's hard. I'm 16. It's hard to find people who are in the same sort of mental space as me. It was just so motivating and invigorating being around that sort of mentality. When I came back to London, I really got serious and I looked at what goals I wanted to accomplish. I have 8 for this year, from the point at which I said it. One of them was to make 15,000. Just make 15,000. That doesn't mean have 15,000 in my bank account at the end of the year or whatever. Make 15,000 pounds in a year's time. I set that goal on the 19th, 11 days ago, and since then, I've made 514 pounds and 89 pence. So 11 days, 515 pounds. I'm on track. That is 1/30th of the way there in 11 days. So hopefully I can keep it up. And it's crazy to think where I am. It's crazy to think where I am. I don't know, I guess it makes these late nights a bit more bearable. 1,004 subscribers. We broke the 1K barrier. Thanks a lot, guys. 4 times a week, I am bringing in food myself because if I go off campus, my options are Pret a Manger, McDonald's, Subway. Even if I try to Uber Eats or Deliveroo to my school, you know, something like the Good Life Eatery, that's like 15 pounds. So a place like the Good Life Eatery, the micronutrients, the nutritional content is really good, but I can't pay 15 pounds for that. Maybe not now. Maybe, who knows, in a year I'll be doing that every day. But at this point, that's not something I can afford. Now, you hear all these big YouTubers talking about how in their first year they had maybe 100 subscribers, 200, 300, 400 subscribers. You know, within their second, third year, like after their third year, they got to 5,000, 10,000 subscribers. And, you know, I'm at 1,200 and it's been around 7 months and I grow around 200, 250 each month. I don't give a shit. I seriously do not care at all. And guys, I do social media consultation if you didn't know that. And whenever I'm working with someone who's trying to build a personal brand, I tell them, please just stop looking at the damn analytics, stop looking at the numbers, and start looking at what are people saying to you? How are people responding to you? How are people opening up to you? And guys, the sort of messages I get through Snapchat, through Instagram, even through the comments on YouTube, it's insane. Seriously, some of you guys are so incredible. Some of you guys are working so hard to achieve your dreams, and the fact that you're coming to me, you know, the amount of humility you guys have. So you guys coming to me for advice, for help, is incredible. All I care about is the quality of interactions. I remember around like 4 months ago, I made a commitment. I looked at my Instagram, I looked at my social media, and I thought, okay, I'm growing in numbers, but who's really there? And since then, I've decided to care more than anything, and wow, the response has been incredible. I'm getting, you know, even things like having all my friends watching all these vlogs, like all these vlogs, like it means the world to me. If you're one of my friends, seriously, thank you for watching these things. I know you're super busy. I know I be kills. The fact that people who I don't know are sending me huge paragraphs about how I've inspired, motivated them. I've had a couple people tell me that I'm the reason they've started YouTube. How crazy is that? So I want to end off this video by saying a huge thank you. And I want to make a commitment that I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to try and help as many people as I can. I'm going to keep trying things myself, keep experimenting, see what works, see what doesn't. I'm going to share it with you guys. So if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. So guys, people will always wonder, how do you work so hard? How do you hustle so hard? And guys, it's pretty much down to you. Like, for me, it's not even something I think about at this point, because I wake up every morning to messages like these. You know, messages telling me I inspired you to start YouTubing, to start, you know, shifting away from your personality and not caring what people think, to start meditating, to start reading, to start going to the gym, to start working on your business, start monetizing your passion. I can't tell you how grateful I am, guys. The amount of energy you give me in the morning to keep pushing through my day, pushing through adversity, pushing through challenges, everything like the transitions. Please, guys, can we get 60 likes on this video? If we get 60 likes on this video, then I promise the quality will maintain at this level. I hope you guys liked it. Like, seriously, I love YouTube. I love engaging with you guys. I love the responses I get. Responses like this and other stuff like that. I mean, I'll just put some stuff on the screen. Like, those sorts of messages on Instagram, on Snapchat, stuff like that. That genuinely keeps me going. Like, when I'm burnt the fuck out, when it's super late, when I just want to go to bed, like, that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me creating content, doing client work, because that has carryover into my personal account. You know, just practicing my craft, really. You guys are what keeps me going. Then there's the entrepreneurial side of it. You know, I'm trying to monetize my passion. I'm trying to, you know, go into this business endeavor and this business endeavor. And I'm getting really creative, and that comes with a lot of work. And when I say a lot of work, I mean a soul-destroying amount of work. And sometimes it's hard for me to keep up, and it's a sacrifice that I kind of have to make. And especially at my age, at 16,
I'm sure you guys must have seen recently if you're following my Snapchat and stuff like that. You know, I'm getting tempted to go out and party and be with friends all the time, as a lot of 16-year-olds do, but I guess it's something that I have to sacrifice going forward if I reach my bigger vision, my lifestyle goal, rather than, you know, just a short-term hedonistic goal, just having pleasure and whatnot. Alright guys, so fast forward 6 hours, we're with this one.
Oh, I thought you were gonna fist me.
Okay. We're on our way to Chipotle. Dude, I can't wait in like 2 years, 3 years where we're Ubering everywhere, but
Iman, you're gonna be fucking loaded with fitness money, Mr. IG Fitness. I'm gonna be a peasant in college, $70,000 in debt, so
yeah,
one step at a time.
Okay, but yeah, still. No, okay, well, I'll pay for the Uber.
Love you.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait until like 2 years until we Uber everywhere, but for now it's bust.
So what you just saw in 2016 was the bubbling up of potential. I always say that when it rains, it pours. And 2016 was the year that things were heating up before what was about to be the most life-changing year of my life. 2017 was truly the year that everything changed for me. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was pretty all over the place. I think it was over the span of 5 days, and as I said, that's because I had the shoot and then I had 2 more since then. So I've had to do a lot of photo editing, video editing, and haven't really focused on my vlog that much. All I can say is stop thinking how you can take things from people and start giving value, because when you give value, people's guard is let down and they sort of bring you into their own world. Now, I'm actually gonna be working with Athlete really closely in terms of content creation and building the brand. So there's gonna be a lot of exciting stuff coming soon. So guys, this year, I'm not playing around. The past 2 months have been insane. And I'm telling you, this is only the start. I can live every single day with passion, and you're seeing the results now. And I haven't picked up the camera in 2 weeks, and a lot has happened in 2 weeks. A lot of big deals, more clients signed on. And you know what? Maybe this doesn't work out. Maybe I fall flat on my ass, but you know what? I enjoyed the journey. I love the journey. And it's very rare that when someone's really passionate about something and they have the drive and they have the motivation and the self-discipline, that they fail at what they're doing, because even if they get knocked down, they're gonna get recreative. They're gonna work not harder, but they're gonna work smarter this time, and they're gonna achieve their dream lifestyle. I cannot tell you how proud I am for being able to travel for work, for my passion, for something that I love doing, and get paid for it. 2017 already has been the craziest year of my life. And there are big things coming, I'm telling you. And I want to tell my story because I know it's a very unique one. Not many people are like me at this age, but I know a lot of people have the aspiration to do something like me at this age, and they just need someone to show them how it's done. Because to be honest, I don't know any other 17-year-old who's like so into entrepreneurship, is out there making his own money at this age, networking with really influential people, getting paid to travel for what he loves to do. So that's something I really want to share with you guys. So we are at the Athlete HQ, just waiting on the first of the influencers. The second one's coming. We're shooting a couple videos today. I'll see if I can plug them in. A lot of exciting content. All right guys, so we're on location here. Currently trying to set up the Yun crane. This is a really dope 3-axis stabilizer. Only problem with this is if you don't have a tripod, this thing is tough. Wait for it. No, oh, damn it. I just have to, I nearly had it. It's like 3 AM right now, I'm just bleeding my eyes out, just trying to put up as much content as possible, trying to get daily uploads for YouTube and posts on Instagram every day, so. Alright guys, so meeting all done, very exciting stuff. I can't tell you some of the stuff right now. I found out some really good news this morning, which I mean will materialize in like 3 weeks or so. But we're here with Jacob. This place is really cool. It's what is it, Clifton Nurseries? Oh, okay, yeah, this is our secret spot. But yeah, in terms of a personal brand, big things coming this year. The fact that you can have freedom, you can have personal freedom. I get to choose my hours. I get to travel for a living. I get to travel for my work. I get to, you know, like my work week is like 20 hours, and I can make that even less if I delegate more to like my team of graphic designers, content creators, marketers. Happy to announce that today is the day where
I had my last day at school. I'm officially the 17-year-old high school dropout. And I came to the decision after having an incredible 3 months, incredible 6 months, getting to a point where I have mentors who I trust and I've learned so much from, getting to a point where financially, like, I know I'm gonna be okay even with this decision, getting to the point where I have so much passion and drive for what I'm doing that I just can't sit there and learn all this stuff and deal with the opportunity cost that comes with wasting all this time. So
yeah, the point of this whole video was basically just to show you in like one day how much hustle there is, and then in terms of like I said, it's 3 a.m. in the morning, so like the amount of editing involved with it as well is crazy. In content creation, it's way harder than you could ever imagine.
Even though my work week is only 15-20 hours, which is what is, you know, bringing my income, my revenue, I put so much pressure on myself outside of that, and I end up getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep most nights just because like there's so much opportunity out there. I'm so excited and I can't contain it.
Honestly, guys, I genuinely find it incredible the fact that nowadays you have zero excuses. If you have internet and a phone, you know, you can start your personal brand, you can start your business, you can travel, you can see the world. Like, there's nothing you can't do on an iPhone or any phone for that matter nowadays. So, you know, like, I want to crush any excuses that you guys have. I want to give back. I want this to be an opportunity for you to realize that, like, now's your time to start your personal brand. Now's your time to start your business. If you were thinking about making YouTube videos, this has a 1080p, front-facing, back-facing camera. If you're thinking about starting your business, any sort of app you need, Evernote, Trello, Google Docs, Google Drive, anything you need is on here. You even have stuff like Canva, design apps, photography apps, anything you need to start your business, anything you need to start your personal brand, this is all on here. So, you know, I want to give that person that, you know, maybe hasn't had the chance in the past, and that's not necessarily their fault. Maybe they come from bad circumstances. I want to give you the chance to, as I said, make 2017 your year, because so many people talk about it, not too many people execute on it. So as I said, I'm really, really happy that I can give back like this.
Now, once I've woken up, I've gone to the gym, steam room, sauna, and I come back home, I meditate, then I read like 30 pages to 50 pages of a book, depending on whatever it takes to read a book a week that week. So as I said, I've gone to the gym, meditated, read, then from the notes I've written last night, I look at what I have to do, which is on Evernote. I use Evernote as my to-do list. I use the calendar app to see, you know, the week ahead and the weeks ahead. And then I use a system called Trello, which sort of is like a more precise to-do list, and more long-term. So I have like my client work, my personal brand / business work, and I just have different subcategories, videos to edit, sales funnels to create, like potential clients, and 6 steps along, like how close I am to sealing the deal with them. So after waking up at around 8, I'll be at this desk at around 10:30, ready to work. And after I have a quick shower, that's precisely what I'm gonna do. So I think I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. I just have plans to change the game, and even you look at my client base, I've just signed a couple companies, Furo Systems, Zebra Fuel, a couple others that are like right at the, I have to sign over the contract, they have to sign it, and they'll start next month as well. So like, I just have so many clients that I'm so excited and interested in, and I'll go the extra mile for them because they reflect me as a person. Things are just like going at a crazy rate that I never would have imagined. I think I dropped out of school around like 8 weeks ago, like 2 months ago, maybe like 10 weeks ago. Honestly, it has not been long. And ever since then, I think it's just been the best decision I've ever decided to make. For me personally, that is, because it's just given me so much time and so much leverage to go out and build up this business. Also, it is scary as hell. Look, I mean, guys, I'm 17 years old. I've just hired my first employee. My second employee is coming on board in August. Like, I'm 17 years old, and by the end of this year, I'm running a 6-figure business. And I never would have imagined, if you told me that even like 2-3 months ago, I would have thought you were ridiculous. I mean,
I have high ambitions, but a six-figure business, that's pretty ridiculous. Well, I mean, literally a year ago, I was in Amalfi Coast, Italy, with my ex-girlfriend and her family, and I remember the plane ticket was like £100 or something like that, and her family literally had to pay for it because I was broke as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, two dads who just kind of stepped out of my life entirely. My mom, single mom, unemployed, just bless her. She's done everything she could for me, and she's always put an opportunity in front of me. But so guys, it is 4:30 right now, and I'm done with my work day. 6:30 to 4:30. I'm sure it must have come off as very boring and tedious and menial, and that's exactly what it is. Let me take you back exactly a year ago. I was actually sitting in the room right behind me with my mom, and I made her the promise that I would take her to Paris. Now, I had absolutely no idea how the fuck I was gonna do that. A year ago, I was dead broke. As a person, I was valuable, and I knew that, but I didn't know how to make money. I didn't know how to monetize anything, so I had not a penny to my name. So when I made this promise to her, it wasn't so much a promise, it was more an aspiration or a dream. And fast forward a year, here we are, and I get to make good on my promise. A lot of you guys saw the 3 ways to make 100,000 from your computer in 2017. Wow, that was very long. Ebook that I put out there, and that is a funnel for my own personal brand because I want to get into coaching. I want to come out with some courses, and you know, now that I know I can do it myself, now that I've built a successful business and I've found other ways to make really good income online, I want to share that with you guys. So anyways, so by doing all these coaching calls, I'm kind of leaving a lot of money on the table. But honestly, after the first one, seeing like the spark in someone's eyes when they realize how much something like this can change their life and their family's life, it kind of brought me back to my journey over this last year, where I've started to take all this stuff really, really seriously, and how much I've been able to improve my life and the lives of everyone around me. And it clicked to me that I need to continue with all this coaching. I need to continue bringing students on, because look, if it can change my life, and I say this a lot on here and I don't think you guys believe me, I really do have a tough time grasping onto concepts. I'm not naturally very clever. I've just sought out really good mentors, coaches. I spent countless on courses and books and humbled myself by being a student for so long. So if I can do it, trust me, you guys are probably 4 times as smart as I am. So really that's why I'm looking to come out with a course pretty soon, because at that point I can help unlimited amount of people. And yes, it might be 2 to 3 months of hard work actually creating an amazing product. At that point I can market it, and it's somewhat of passive income. So really those are the 3 main ones. And keep in mind, I'm 17 years old. There's things, for example, like real estate that I can't yet get into. Now, to give you guys an example, in August, so this month, I've actually lost around 40% of total revenue from my marketing agency. And look, some of that lost revenue wasn't in my control, but some of it was. And some of it was because I got so numb to what brought me to success in the first place, which is constantly being a student, constantly keeping my ego intact, not staying comfortable, constantly learning. And as I said, keeping myself as a student, that is what brought me to success in the first place. But the problem with comfort is it breeds complacency. Because as I said, when you think you have everything that you need, even want, then you've hit the glass ceiling. There's nowhere left to go. I control what clients I take on from my marketing agency. I take on what companies I decide to take a percentage in. I am in full control. And I know that if I don't make 300K next year, it's because I fucked up personally. So once again, I like to be super transparent with you guys. My goal for next year is 300,000 pounds. I think that's roughly 375K in dollars. And I am rest assured that I am in the right financial vehicle to get there. Between obviously my personal brand, which I'm focusing on a lot right now, between my social media marketing agency, affiliate marketing, as well as I have equity in some companies. I do their marketing. In return, I have a percentage. Between all these vehicles, I am pretty confident that I'm gonna get there. Next month, I have another huge product launch. One of my clients, I'm doing their digital marketing for their Indiegogo campaign, and I get a percentage of the revenue. If I'm honest, we're looking to do conservatively 200 to 300,000 pounds. I'm aiming for 500,000, so $500,000. So that's gonna be a 4 to 6 week campaign, and once again, I'm gonna need to give my all for that. This time, it's not a course launch for my personal brand. There are people relying on me, and I have to execute. Everyone keeps saying, dude, you look exhausted. And if I'm honest,
I am working myself to death, but that is okay because I know that things come in cycles. And that's how I like to go about things. You know, I like to go through cyclical periods where you're giving your all 1 week or 1 month or 1 quarter, and then you can go through downtime. So, okay, so I need 10,000 pounds basically. And I need to get 10,000 pounds, and I need that either lump sum in deposit or written contract, right? Binding written contract. So I go, all right, what's my time frame to do this? Because you need a time frame for these goals. I go, okay, if I can do it in the next 8 weeks, then I'm gonna drop out. And I did it in 2.5, roughly. In 2.5, I signed 3,500 a month pounds in retainers, binding contract. And those contracts, all those contracts were for 3 months. So if you average it out, the last month lost, it made roughly 2,500 pounds. So that was my thinking behind how to drop out of high school. One of those things was actually going to Amsterdam for a little like project. Now, I think I made overall from that trip maybe 800 pounds, and I still had to pay for my flights and stuff like that. But it was such a proud moment in my life, and plus 800 pounds. It literally, even this was February, was still good money to me. So it was such a proud moment in my life. And I remember I sat on the plane back from Amsterdam to London, and I looked out the window. I had a window seat. I looked out the window and I'm like, dude, this is the most proud moment of my life. You know, I traveled, I made money from it, I did what I loved, and you know, I'm like, how do I do this? How do I make my life this? And yeah, you know, my friends would call me up and be like, yo, dude, you want to go to the movies? And I'd check my pockets and go, I don't even think I have enough to pay for the bus to get to the movies, let alone the movies. Sort of my leads and my sales for Influencer Ignite, for my digital products, for my coaching, they come from my personal brand, and I have to actively maintain my personal brand. I have to constantly make sure that I'm providing you guys with tons of value, so that you go, okay, if this guy's providing this amount of value for free, like, I don't even want to start to think about what the paid stuff looks like. It's good, by the way. You know, people literally watched me like nearly kill myself to create the course that I did and go into that level of detail and that level of value. You know, that was so much work, but now it's passive income. You know, I wake up, I get Stripe payments on my phone of people who have bought the course. You know, I make $1,000. Last week I remember I made $4,000 in 1 day from course sales. You know, for some people that's tiny. For me, I was happy about that. You know, and that's passive income. But nonetheless, I didn't do this weekend. Still made money. I always make money. I woke up this morning, I made money. So passive income for the people that actually know how to do it right. It's a godsend. That means, you know, it's created all these like digital nomads where, like, you know, you can travel anywhere in the world and run your business from your computer. So it's amazing. So the people that are actually doing it and creating that for themselves, well, they're actually winning and they're having a lot of fun. But one thing that I wrote down, which was quite interesting, is I actually wrote down that my ideal lifestyle would cost me, like, I'm talking like financial abundance here, would cost me, one second, let me pull this up, I'm trying to do this one-handed. Roughly, okay, so it cost me 18,500 pounds. I don't know how well you can see that. 18,500 pounds is how much like my ideal like financial freedom, financial abundance would cost me. And I wrote that 6 months ago, and I thought, hey, shit, like in 2-3 years I'll get there. And I made this, actually much more than this, last month, so 6 months later. And that's kind of an amazing feeling. You have zero excuse. Dude, I could have been fucking born in the middle of I could have been born in Mongolia. You think I would have had a chance? Funnily enough, I was pretty much close near, I was born in like near like, it's Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, like I'm from the south of Russia. Like I was born in a village, village, and I don't know, I still to this day I don't know how. My mom managed to get me out of there, you know? And my mom managed to get me out of there. And you know, we may not have had any money, but at least I had the opportunity. And you know how cool that is? You know, so, you know, your parents may have not, you may not have that much money, or, you know, maybe some of your parents have done things that are really up. You know, I know how that feels like. You know, maybe your mom hasn't been there for the way, in the way that you wanted her to, or like me, my mom is just the biggest angel in the world. Literally my hero, but you know, maybe you have a dad who is just done unexplainable things, you know? And at the end of the day, like,
I think that just makes you so much stronger as a person. And I think when you do get better, when you get past that bitterness and you get better, it's the proudest moment of your life. Who cares if I went through years of hell and torture to get here? I have the pride of going, this is my, anything in here, anything I own is mine, and it's always been mine. And I remember all of my friends would have a Canada Goose, and I wanted a Canada Goose so bad, but I couldn't afford it because I had no money. I had no money. My mom had no money. We were broke, like struggling to pay the smallest things, let alone $1,000 jacket. And like, to me, to see like from, it's just little things like this, just for me to see like from there to now, the fact that, in my opinion, this all came about because I went, you can get better, you can get better. I've never actually shown you like kind of what my house looks like. I'll give you like a brief look around. This is my wardrobe, or at least some of it. Yes, used to have doors, but that broke in a bit of a family incident. This is actually where I went, so I guess it's kind of convenient. I guess I have another mirror out here. Now, one thing about my house, has been renovated in like 14-15 years, so it is quite literally falling apart, and obviously me and my mom never had any money to fix things, so we just kind of dealt with it. So yeah, once again, that's my shower. Broken the shower head, that was a long time ago. Everything in here is pretty much broke. Yeah, this is my it's my bathroom. As you can see, just like everything in this house on another level is broken. Yeah, basically in general, I would not call my house a nice place to live, but then again, at least I have a roof over my head.
You know, like I had a big sale, as you guys know, around like 10 days ago. Now we're at like 98 Influencer Ignited students. Overall, for my personal brand, I've made over anywhere from $90,000 to $100,000. I still need to tally up in the last 80 to 90 days. You know, so like in the last 3 months, I've literally made roughly $100,000 for my personal brand, which is crazy stuff. So as you just saw, 2017 was the most transformative year of my life, but I knew that it could be taken away from me. I had done enough reading. I had enough of these virtual mentors from YouTube to know that people get success, they get complacent, and then it gets taken away from them. So I knew that I had to double down. I knew that what I accomplished at the age of 17 was incredible, but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't. And I needed to focus in 2018 on making it permanent. You see, in life, once you lock in certain skills and certain wisdom, certain life lessons, it's impossible to go backwards. And that is why I knew that I needed to go even bigger in 2018, which is exactly what happened. To get to this point today, I've worked so hard. I've worked so hard, and my journey, you know, I talk about how I went from, you know, first month of 2017, $1,200 to the last month, $50,000. That wasn't a 1-year journey. That was a 3-4 year journey. And that, you know, that 3-year journey started, that journey started 3-4 years ago, where I picked up a book. You know, things like, one of the books that changed my life was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You know, I read that book and I'm like, shit, I have to rethink everything here. And I picked up that book and I started reading more and more books, and I got into personal development, and it's been 3-4 years of me doing this. It hasn't been a year where things just completely shoot up. Okay, so when I say that I'm really not doing this for the money, probably part of me is bullshitting and still tricking myself every single day, because, you know, you like to believe your own truth. But the reason why I got into this niche for the first place is because it's the reason that, you know, my mom doesn't have to worry about money anymore. It's the reason that she's taken care of. It's the reason that when someone's birthday comes up, I don't get stressed that I don't have any money to buy them a gift. When my best friend's birthday comes up, you know, I don't think about what can I sell to buy them a gift. I don't think about, could I give them something used from my house? I felt so helpless, because I'm like, you know, if I don't take care of my family, even though it's just me and my mom, no one is.
you know, and to this day, that's the case. Let me tell you guys a story. Now, I was probably around 15 going on 16 at this point. And look, I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone through the same thing. I remember just day after day walking downstairs and seeing my mom just clip coupons. And you know, it's not, I never had things terrible. I was never homeless, but I also didn't have much growing up. And I, like, basically, you know, talk about like dropping out of high school. If I had gone to college, I would have been like on another level fucked, because I've never had a father in my life who's properly supported me. You know, my real dad was a alcoholic, abusive, runaway. You know, never met him. My stepdad literally just gave up on me, and gave up on me and my mom. And you know, my mom she just did the best that she could for me. But you know, I just remember day after day coming downstairs and just seeing my mom clip those coupons, and I just remember thinking like, no, like this is not going to be my life. This is not going to be our life.
The thing that went through my mind, but funnily enough, when I got that $30,000 fake cash, that same month was the first month when I made $30,000, and then I went on to make $50,000 last month. And this month, I think we're 15 days exactly through the month, and I'm on 30,000 right now. So let's hope we hit 60,000+ this month. Yeah, we are on FL Focus 29,500, which basically 30,000, and we're halfway through the month. So your inner reality, I'm telling you, it manifests.
Whatever it may be, you know, diversify your income streams. Me personally, I've got my social media marketing agency, then I've got my personal brand, then I've got affiliate marketing, and yeah, that's me. That's kind of me sorted. And you know, if 1 month one of them dips, it's not really an issue. You know, I think what's sort of like the age-old saying, is it like the average millionaire has, I think, like 8 income streams. And it's really, really important. It's really, really important just to diversify your income streams. There was one stage in my life where I'm just like, I am so grateful that I didn't follow the rules. I'm so grateful that when everyone else told me to go this way, I went that way. You know, because if I went that way, I would have had what everyone else has, which is just a life. And once again, work ethic, anything could honestly happen. But this year it looks like I'm on track to make $1 million, right? Last month was $50,000 of profit. You know, at the time of recording this, I'm only halfway through the month, and I think it's going to be anywhere from 75 to 100,000. I honestly don't know. And that's why I want to prelude by saying I've had days where I've made $35,000. Literally in the space of 24 hours, actually a bit more than that. And I've had days where I've made 0, and I've had weeks where I've made 0. So I've experienced it, right? I've been through it, and I just want to the other person or the relationship in of itself. I have no, as I said, I have no money. I have no mentors, no father figures. I have no one to look to, no one to turn to. And that, I would say that was the reason I am here today, because I had to look at myself top to bottom and go, look, who are you as a man right now? Even though I was only 16 at the time, and who do you want to become as a man? And 2 years later, now at 18, you know, I'd say I've gone ahead and I've pretty much done that. You know, I look at who I am now, and I'm pretty proud. So that's one instance.
I'll show you this because this is like, you know, everyone says I had a vision and I had a dream. I fucking wrote the thing down and it happened, and I want to show you exactly what happened here. Right? So I put financial security, rent 2,000, utilities 500, transport 500, food 550, and like insurance, bills, utilities, stuff like that, around 550, right? So my total came out to 4,000, if you can see right there, 4,250 is what I wanted to do, is what financial security meant to me, okay? And the reason you're seeing those bigger numbers is he's saying, look, if you want to basically not work for the rest of your life, just take that, times it by 12, and then times it by 20. So if we go look at financial independence, all the same stuff I had with security, but now I want to have 750 a month to travel. I want to have 1,000 a month to spend on personal brand or projects. I want to have 250 a month to spend on giving, 250 a month to spend on self-education, and then toys and luxury, 1,000 a month. So now my total has gone up to 7,500, and that's what financial independence meant to me back in May. I have a very different definition of it now, but once again, I just want to show you how I fucking manifested this thing, right? Then we move on to financial. A big speaking event. You'll want to have that evidence or you know, those photos or those videos or that process there with you. And that's why I've made it such a priority of mine to like, I've literally had my coaches on here. I've had my coaches on here. All of my like clients and stuff like that, they are all documented on here, right? You guys have seen people like Athlete. You guys have seen people like Zebra Fuel, Furo Systems. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you can see me in their offices. You see me with the owners. I've like literally posted all of like screenshots of bank transfers to me, right? With 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 6,000 pounds, right? If you guys are in six-figure SMA, you guys see whenever I get a new client or a contract, I'll put it in there, right? You see me, as I said, on Instagram the other day when I'm at Knightsbridge Dental Care and I'm literally taking like an Instagram story with my dentist, who's now also a client of mine. So I've made it such a point. And from, you know, I just want to give you, you know, for me, it was so trippy because like, I remember this is like 2 years ago, I would always, all my rich friends were going out to like clubs and like this and that. And obviously I had no money to even get in, let alone like buy drinks. Luckily, the fact that I don't drink or very, very rarely drink has saved me so much money in the past. But anyways, I would watch this on like Snapchat or Instagram and I'd be like, if I could just get in that club with them. Like if I could just be at that table with those hot girls and like, you know, it was just like, you know, I know what that's like if you're using your anchor, your girlfriend as an anchor. You know, I know what it's like to have your girlfriend pay for your lunch because you literally have no money, you know, and then to go from that to where I'm at right now, my girlfriend being able to take her on holiday, you know, being able to treat her, because I think, you know, it's not about the money, it's just the fact that you can take care of the people that, you know, have given so much to you. So, guys, use that as an anchor, seriously.
10 years, probably since like, I went like a solid like 7-8 years without traveling pretty much at all when family was going through some issues. But yeah, here, back now. Airport's not that bad, or this terminal's not.
Agency last month brought on one client, Knightsbridge Dental Care. I think I mentioned that to you guys. This month, I've got a really big consulting gig, as I said, the financial services company, and I have a lot more consulting clients coming to me because one of my clients, we had a 2-hour call and then they ended up making $35,000 from that over the space of the next 7 days. So they've referred me to quite a few people. So guys, that's how that's going. If you're in my, because look, when you actually have had nothing, when you've had nothing, and for example with me, when I was in the fucking bathroom of my school meditating, and then you know, because I just needed some time to get ahead because I was getting so little sleep between school and trying to run, you know, trying to start up a business. When I had all of the teachers tell me I was a disrespectful piece of shit because, you know, I wanted something that you know, was against the status quo. When I had everyone tell me you gotta go to college or you're gonna be a failure, a little dipshit. You know, when you go through that and then you finally get a bit of success, you want to get the Ferrari to stick it to people. You want to get the Rolex to stick it to people. You want to go on all these extravagant trips and stuff like that to stick it to people. So there's nothing wrong with that. I don't look at any of that with judgment. I think it's a phase you need to go through. It's a phase I'm still going through. I actually want to pick up the McLaren. I think I'm going to be doing it next year, not this year, because I'm leaving London for around 4 months. You know, I want to pick up the McLaren. Obviously, I picked up the Rolex. You know, I picked up my dream apartment, so, you know, it's just a phase you go through. But my point...
Yeah, I really didn't think it was going to go well, but Iman kind of gave us the confidence to give it a go. And yeah, fucking, you were right. I don't know. I was wrong, you were right. But that's actually, that's why we pay you, dog.
And in October, you know, one is confirmed, it might be a second one. I have two-day trainings. I charge $10K a day for both trainings, right? So next month I'm probably gonna be doing $40,000 from my marketing agency, from the consulting aspect of it, right? I know in 3 years from now, it'll be $100,000 for those 2 days. Sorry guys, that was an Ant and Bob shoe. But yeah, I use Stripe, PayPal, and Go Cardless. So I'm gonna go ahead and put up the same thing I put up on Instagram, which is my Stripe, my PayPal, and the date terms of it. I'm also gonna show my client invoices. So there's one on there for 9.5K plus VAT. There's one I think for 7K.
So I want you to meet my friend Iman.
What's up, guys?
This is Jack and Aiden and Charles know
Jack,
you very
Aiden,
well.
all right.
And then this is Steve and David and Denise.
All right, awesome. I say a lot, like, you want to blow up your bank, not your ego. Like, you don't want to have all these followers and stuff like that just as, like, you know, as some like vain thing. But at the end of the day, like, it doesn't matter if you are, you know, so for example, with me, with my personal brand, when I was first starting my personal brand, it was to get higher ticket agency clients. You know, because at the end of the day, if you're building an agency, like, the main way to do it is, you know, bust the cold calls, it's, you know, cold email, it's cold Instagram, it's all of this stuff, you know, and at the beginning, you got to do that. It's same thing when you're an entrepreneur. Say, for example, if you're a personal trainer, you got to just like hammer it out, right? And then eventually you can transition from force into power, and power is where you leverage systems, where you leverage processes, and it just kind of comes to you. And it's like really trippy when it starts happening, because you're like, I'm doing like a lot less work and making a crap ton more money. Like, what the hell is happening? You know, kind of swinging back to my point, personal brand, it doesn't matter what space you're in. It doesn't matter if you're an accountant and you're trying to get more accounting leads. It doesn't matter if you're a personal trainer and you're trying to get more personal training leads. It doesn't matter if you run an agency and you're trying to get more agency leads, or if you're trying to build a coaching and consulting business, right? At the end of the day, no matter what it is, attention is income. Everyone talks about passive income. No one talks about passive attention, right? Because at the end of the day, every single night when Craig is going to bed, there are thousands of people who are getting exposed to this stuff, either through his ads, right? You're running a lot of ads, either through his just like organic, like through all of these different methods. And it's the same thing with if you guys are using YouTube, like, you know, so say someone types in how to get more memberships for my gym or whatever. If they type that into Instagram, nothing's gonna come up. Whereas if they type that into Google, a YouTube video is going to come up, or if they type that into YouTube, a YouTube's video is going to come up. So that's free organic traffic, right? Which is why I love YouTube. And I've seen more millionaires made off of YouTube than anything else in terms of like the info product space, in terms of the coaching consulting space, because it's like while you're sleeping, there are people typing in things and you are ranking.
I am currently onboarding a new client. And I thought I'd show you guys something that's pretty cool. So I'm onboarding a client called O-Ring. We've been in talks for like 2 months now, so it's like this little piece of tech right here. It's pretty dope. I think this thing's like titanium or something like that. But anyways, I'm onboarding them, as you can see. And if you take a look at my screen, like, onboarding them yesterday or like a few days ago, Prince Harry actually got spotted like wearing it, and ever since then, like, sales have been just freaking like blowing up, and website traffic as well. This is giving us like a crap ton of website traffic. So yeah, that's the company Aura Ring right there. They got some pretty cool rings. Like, honestly, I mean, they're a client of mine, but I can genuinely recommend it after having this for like a month now. So yeah, we've been a bit slow to onboard because they did like 10 million in the last 10 months in revenue. So they're like a big client, and they have a lot going on right now, especially now with this Harry thing. So been a bit slow to onboard, but I got a text from Harpreet. He's like, hey dude, we like gotta speed this thing up like ASAP because of this new Prince Harry thing. We're getting crap tons of traffic. We really gotta start retargeting. So that's all going ahead this weekend. We're trying to speed up the onboarding, even though they're like a massive company. There's a lot of like steps you have to go through. So I don't have an NDA with them like some of my other clients. So there's some clients where I don't have an NDA, but I'm still kind of on the edge whether I'm allowed to talk about it. Like there's some clients where like I just know I can talk about it, it's fine. Like for example, I'm sure you guys saw maybe at the time of posting this, maybe like a month ago or something like that, I was with Motivate Design. In our contract, it was literally like, I'm allowed to say that it's Motivate Design. I'm allowed to say that I charge them $20,000 for 2 days. Like that was like important to me. With Aura, I don't have one, so I'm just gonna say it. And then if they tell me to take it down, then I guess I'll take it down. But yeah, hopefully they don't mind. So they're a client, they're signing this week. It's £7,800 a month. That's a retainer with them, just Facebook ads. And within the within 90 days, we want to get to 100K a month in ad spend, so. Pretty cool. I'm actually gonna get Nabil to put in like a screen capture of my Stripe, my PayPal from the last 3 months, so you can really see how things have started to scale, as well as I'll try to throw in some screenshots from some client invoices and whatnot, or not invoices, client payments coming through. So 2019 was a year to breathe a bit. Really just kind of enjoy the fruits of my labor, pick my head up and just kind of take it all in for a second. You know, I'd been working all of these years, but I never really like
spoiled myself. I never really treated myself to anything. I was just kind of like, it was all go, 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 go. And I never just had a second to like take it in and be like, wow, I made the money. I became who I wanted to become. I've done it. This is insane. And 2019 was the first time I was like, it's okay. Like you can go on holiday. Like it's okay, man. Like it's fine. You gave it everything and now you enjoy yourself a little. Don't go off the rails. Don't be another one of those people who just has some successes and that was it. That was your peak. But enjoy yourself a little. And that's what I did in 2019. Kept breaking records in the business. But for once I was just like, yeah, you know, like you deserve it, man. I'm proud of you.
My end goal is to revolutionize education forever, and to do that through e-learning, creating the best programs in the world. And then long term, you know, for example, like this is, as you guys know, this is a client of mine, Aura Ring. Like I mention them a lot because I wear their ring all the time. Having this holistic approach to education where like, you know, someone learns something and then they get feedback from a ring that tells them how well they slept, and then they get feedback from this Muse meditation headband or whatever technology is out in 20, 30 years that tells them, oh, this is how your meditation and your mindfulness is going. You know, really taking this like holistic approach to education rather than like learn, regurgitate, pass. That is not a good way to learn things. So, because you guys need to remember, I still have my agency. You know, I have my agency, it's teetering on around $40,000, $45,000 per month profit. I know I could scale that far past 6 figures. I like to keep it at that point and have minimal time commitment on that so that I can focus on, you know, my real passion and purpose, which is, as you guys know, reforming the education system. And then, you know, the first step in that is making sure that I have the best online programs possible, and that's a tall order. But either way, you know, making like $40,000, $45,000 per month from my agency, you know, that's quite a sizable chunk of income for me. So I'm like, dude, do you really think that I would base my business around something that's gonna be gone in 3-4 years? Do I look like that much of an idiot to you? Here's kind of what I'm an example and I'm a testament to. Number one, rich parents. Contrary to some people's beliefs, my real father was an alcoholic, abusive. I've met him once when I was 9 years old. I come from a place called Dagestanski Ogni in Dagestan, which pretty much no one knew about until, if you're familiar with MMA, Khabib, like I'm actually, like my biological father is the same bloodline as him. So like pretty much no one knew where I was from until that. So my real father was an alcoholic, abusive. I was gonna say I've never met him. I met him once when I was 9 years old. My stepdad, he was an absolute tyrant. And by the age of 13, 14, me and my mother were completely cut off and I had to just fend for myself. You know, so I can tell you at 18 years old, you don't, or actually I'm 19 now, you know, at 19 years old, you don't accomplish what I do and continue to work as hard as I do unless you've gone through pain that would be undescribable to other people. And that's what I've gone through, is pain that I doubt very many people have gone through the amount of pain, the amount of stress, and the amount of just like pressure that I have, okay?
Thought that like, so really 2017 was my breakthrough year, but in the space of 18 months, I went from making 500 to 250,000 a month. Like 500 pounds to 250.
In 2 years, yeah?
18 months.
My point is, for me, my name and my brand and the trust that I built with you guys means so much to me that when it came time to create this clothing line, I didn't care if it took, you know, it took 16 months. I wouldn't care if it took 4 years.
I'm going to give a little bit of context of how I know you. So I have been one of your clients, and I think that makes our friendship and relationship even more special. For me, he was someone that just threw some goalposts right out there. I had a preconception about your age. As you know.
I think we met when I was 17.
17, 18, yeah.
17.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, keep an open mind. I've been in business for over 20 years. And I have to say, I meet people every day. People put proposals forward to us every day. Iman's was one of the most slick, professional, mature, and just excellent proposals that have been put in front of me for a hell of a long time in business, and it shifted everything for me, like new levels of respect, and it taught me a lesson not to be so judgmental. So I love everything that you just said.
July 2019 was the first month where I actually managed to hit $100,000 profit from the agency. Granted, there was a $40,000 2-day training, and what that means is
charged $40,000 for 2 days of my time, and the other $60,000 came from retainers, agency retainers. But nonetheless, it just totally expanded my perception of what was possible with this agency business model.
Now, 2020 was the hardest year of my life. I ended up getting a horrible autoimmune condition that was crippling, both in terms of its effects on my life and also just in terms of my mental headspace. And I was just so good at dealing with all this stress and all this weight on my shoulders and all this pressure and everything. 2020 was the first year I just felt like helpless. Now, the funny thing is the businesses were still growing in that time. It took everything I had, and I'll be honest, I give 100% credit to my team during that period. Honestly, I was so grateful that over the last couple of years, I had hired some amazing people. The team was pretty small back then. It was, maybe 4 to 6 full-time employees I had. But man, they really carried me through that period, because there was 3 or 4 months where I was crippled. Like, all I could do was wake up, manage my health condition, and focus on staying alive, because a lot of my health condition had to do with my gut, and they say your gut is your second brain. There's a lot going on in my life, and I had to give 100% unequivocal focus to my health. And all I can say is to my team, to my friends, the experts that actually worked with me in that period. I'm not talking about the most expensive doctors I went to in the world that say you're gonna be stuck with this for the rest of your life. I mean the actual people who were there, who coached me through it, who helped me through it. I don't even want to talk about the rest of the stuff that happened. All I want to say is thank you. 2020 was my little dark night of the soul moment, and I'm forever indebted to those people to help me go through that. So, ladies and gentlemen, just poured myself a little glass of water. About to hop on this team call. It is currently 12:45. Turned on my phone, and lo and behold, got a Stripe notification from one of my clients. This is a 3,600 pound a month retainer, but most of it comes from the back end, from the percentage of return on ad spend. I think most of you guys know by now that our minimum retainer is 4,000 pounds a month. That is the lowest that we'll go, and if we do it, it's rare. We're not happy about it, but it's because we see potential in the client and being a client that could stay with us for a long time. I can't show you guys the name, obviously, so I'm gonna try and get Pete to like pull in at 70.
So my fingers are literally. So you can see payment of 3,600, invoice paid by.
Yeah, that's pretty much about it. As I said, it's not much.
I'm just trying to find a document in my old archives. It's so funny. Sometimes I just find stuff that just sends me on a throwback to when I first started my agency. So this is one of my proposals. I actually used to make all my proposals in Canva, as you can see by the quite obvious temp. Actually, wait, no, I think I made it in Pages. No, I think I made it in Pages. I think I found this as like as an image. Yeah, I definitely made this in Pages. Anyways, my point is that this is a proposal I sent to a company called Skin Yoga. We were in talks, and you can see here Instagram content distribution and account management, 150, and then for account management and content creation, so an extra 150 pounds a week to actually curate the content. You can see right there, this is a proposal, and then I end it off and I say, I would like to remind you that December is the busiest month of growth for an Instagram page out of the whole year. We could really get the ball rolling in December, as well as campaign for 2017. Let's build momentum on our social media so you can have the best fourth quarter in the whole of the company history. So I actually sent this, I remember it was probably around October 2016.
So my question to you is, have you done enough for you? Have you done enough for your family, for your friends over the last 30 days, over the last 90 days, over the last year, 5 years?
So this first proposal is for the first client I ever signed. Instagram platforms that Instagram is a platform I absolutely know and dominate, blah blah. I'll put anywhere from 2 to 4 photos a week, blah blah. So look, at the bottom here we've got 2 posts plus engagement plus growth, 15 pounds a week. Keep in mind I was curating this content as well, so I was literally potentially going to charge this client 60 pounds a month to create, to do like a photo shoot and then create those 2 posts and manage growth and stuff like that. Then we've got 4 posts plus engagement plus growth, 25 pounds a week, blah blah. Facebook is the platform we're going to hit hardest in order to attract people to the club. Parents pay for the fees, not the kids, blah blah, this that. Not much interesting stuff there. Only thing is, as I said, 7 posts plus engagement plus growth, 20 pounds a week. Snapchat, so this point I was actually managing their Snapchat. Set up, grow audience plus masterclass booklet. And I have no idea what the masterclass booklet was. I just thought I could make fancy sounding things. Basically what it was is just kind of like, I would make an instructional PDF just to send to the team, because the thing is, their members, or sorry, their team members would have to manage the Snapchat because it's something you have to do in the moment. So I don't know, I just thought I'd make a masterclass booklet, whatever the hell that is.
And then Twitter. Okay, Twitter is a platform that is being squeezed by Facebook and Instagram. So at least I had the common sense not to do Twitter for this client. YouTube, Jesus, wow. Guaranteed weekly growth plus search engine optimization, movie/project. So I would charge 5 to 20 pounds for a movie/project. Wow. I can get campaigns for a trial, ensure the parents are at ease with the coaches through a Meet Our Coach series. We can provide so much value recording 5-part mini-series on set pieces, etc. But here's kind of like where the juicy stuff comes in. I hate constraints. Trust me, I'm not the type of person where you'll be chasing after me to provide value or keep working. I'll be constantly finding new ways to grow the club's social media presence, to mold the club's brand and get the word out there, which will result in more signings, which will lead to more revenue for you. My ultimate proposal is a weekly fee of £75. For that price, you'll get all the top packages listed on Instagram, weekly growth, as well as 4 posts a week. You can just kind of read through there. I will get 100 to 200 people following it within the first 2 weeks. At the end of the day, not having a strong social media is losing money and weakening RPFC's brand. It's something you need to sort out. And if you go to an agency, they'll quote you hundreds of pounds a week. That is very true. I can tell you that now, except sometimes £1,000 a week or a couple £1,000 a week, depends on the size of agency you're going to. Keep in mind, I was being a full service agency for this first client. So not very unrealistic for someone to charge 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 a week. Some of these bigger scale full service agencies, considering the amount of work I'm doing for this. Ultimate proposal. Okay, so just the main thing we need to focus on here. I signed this client for 75 £75 a week. And that was my first ever client, and it was August of 2016. So yeah, obviously you've met Danny at this point. So Danny was around. Danny and I have been working together for like 2 years now. So he is the myth behind. He's my little Colombian secret. Get the logistics set up, take payment, and then might as well, because we're here, we might as well just onboard you guys as well and get access to everything, etc., etc. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this should be a good lesson for each and every one of you. Don't talk with chewing gum in your mouth. That's the lesson. No. So I'll lace in little pieces of the sales call. Agreed on it. It's a 10,000, and by the way, this is very different from what we normally do. It's a 10,000 pound setup fee. Within that, we're helping build out their new case study funnel. Outside of that, it's a 30% return on ad spend. We worked with the client within their niche for what, like almost a year?
No, but when I first started, I had zero website. In fact, I didn't even have an agency name. I got to $10,000 a month with no website, no agency name. I was just selling myself as like a service provider without even a name. No limited company or LLC or whatever, depending on where you are in the world. I was just a sole trader. I was just self-employed. I can speak from experience because I started with a shoestring budget. I started with nothing.
And then I realized it wasn't recording. Let's see if this will work.
There you go. You can see 1,500 plus invoice paid on Stripe.
Yeah, guys, that was the first breakdown of the first deal for me and my mom financially by building my online marketing agency. You know, I always say people do things out of inspiration or desperation, and I built my business out of desperation. You know, I really built my online business out of desperation for a better future for me and my mom. And now, over 4 years later, I've actually built my agency to the point where I'm hitting $80,000 a month's profit. So then we move on to 2021. Now 2021 was a big year of change for me. Right at the beginning of the year, I made the decision, I'm moving from the UK to Dubai. These days it seems like everyone and their mom is moving to Dubai, but even at the beginning of 2021, you know, this is what, 4 years ago at this point, I had a lot of pushback from people. I was living in London. I still absolutely love London as a city. It's just some things change in your life, and to be honest, I know everyone has this idea of Dubai. We're here at my home gym in my villa that's on the water. I live in a private gated community. I'm so incredibly blessed. Once
again, by the grace of God, by having incredible people around me, by building up my personal brand, by having incredible people that I get to work alongside and work with every single day at my companies. And to give myself a little bit of credit, definitely some work and dedication, I've been able to get to this point in life where I get to call basically the beach my home for the past few years. I live the most calm, chill, peaceful life in Dubai. I have my gym in my house, my sauna in my house, my cold plunge in my house, and everyone has this idea of Dubai. For me, Dubai is like my peaceful place, but of course it was a massive life change, going from living in London for 17 years to moving my base to Dubai. But honestly, I'm so grateful that I did, because 2021 business was going incredibly well. My investments were going incredibly well. Listen, I'm sure as you guys remember, the second half of 2020, all of 2021 was just insane if you were invested in the markets. It was an incredible time. And yeah, as I said, that year things were going incredibly well at the agency, at the info business, and we were working hard all year to eventually launch what is now my main software company, Flowzy.
So in class, I would actually be doing outreach. So while I was in class, I don't know how it worked at your school, but personally in my school, and maybe that's just more of a European thing, but once you get into like your last 2 years of school, 3 years of school, they'll let you have your iPad or your computer in front of you as a note-taking system, because it's just a lot more organized than having pen, paper, etc., etc. So I would always have my computer in front of me, and I would be doing outreach in class. At lunches, I would not hang out with people. I would sit alone and I'd be reading business books or doing more outreach. When I first started my agency, in fact, for the first, basically from August of 2016 all the way to April of 2017, so that was like the first 8 months or whatever, I had no agency name. I was just operating as me. And obviously because I had no agency website or domain, I didn't have a personal business address. I remember back in the day, I'll try to get Tristan to put it up on YouTube. Tristan, you can just look back at 2017 at some of the unlisted videos, anything with audit in there. I literally used to put down the camera like this. I would have my yellow notepad in front of me. I would write down notes. I would shoot an audit. I'd put it on my computer. I'd edit it, like the little ums and ahs, and then I'd put it as an unlisted video on YouTube. Each audit took me around 90 minutes or so I could only get through probably 2, 3, if I was lucky, 4 a day.
You can see as well, it is the 6th of July, 5:10. Our sales call started at 4:30. And yeah, it's 5,800 pounds a month, which is, let me actually find out what that is in dollars. $8,100 a month. So yeah, just shy of a whale client. As I said, a whale client is a client that pays $100,000 a year in service fee, which is $8,300 a month. So yeah, just shy of a whale client. So yeah, 2021 went incredibly well. And as we go into 2022, I'm assuming that most of you probably heard about me in 2022, because 2022 was when my personal brand absolutely blew up. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It was the first year I actually gave any attention to my personal brand. I'm sure as you saw, going back to clips in, even 2015, I think it was 26 December 2015, I uploaded my first YouTube video. But before then, I even had Instagram accounts I was posting to, and that's actually how I made my first bit of money, was building Instagram accounts, selling promotions, buying and selling them. But anyways, that's a separate story. But throughout this entire time, I'm sure you saw back in those videos, like I wasn't focused on my personal brand. It was just kind of like something I did on the side. But going into 2022, it was the first year I actually set a subscriber goal. And my subscriber goal was, I think I put it actually on my Instagram, it was like 500,000 subscribers, and we ended off the year with like 1.3 or 1.4 million, something like that. And as I said, it was the first year I actually went, you know what, I want to grow my personal brand. But it was so close to not being it. And I'll tell you what I mean by this. Most people don't know this. I don't know if I've actually ever even told a story, but during Christmas period in 2021, I was actually in Switzerland at my co-founder's chalet. And basically I told him, like, listen, I've been on social media all these years. Like, I'm just going to delete all my socials. I'm just kind of done with this, to be honest. It's just an unnecessary distraction. And he was like, yeah, absolutely no chance. Like, no way you were going big in 2022. And the reason why was because we were just about to launch our software company. It was actually called Agency Flow when we first launched it, because it was only focused on agencies. Whereas these days it's mainly coaches, personal brands. I mean, really any service provider, but a lot of coaches and personal brands use it to run their entire operation. As I said, we were just about to launch it. And if you guys know anything about software, most software companies have to take on tens of millions, even hundreds of millions in funding, because they're always advertising and they're always acquiring customers at a loss. So for the first 3 or 4 months, they're in the red until a customer actually becomes profitable. Now, we were fully bootstrapped. We didn't have that kind of money. So Pierre knew that, listen, you go build your brand massive and you help grow the software company. And I was like, okay, actually, you know what, you're right. And he basically made me realize like I was being selfish not doing this, because even then he acknowledged, and when I thought about it more, I acknowledged it doesn't matter if you have an e-commerce business, which I have multiple, it doesn't matter if you have software, which I have multiple, it doesn't matter if you have an info business, which I've been honestly one of the most successful people ever in the info space, which basically means selling different forms of digital products. Even he knew that like a personal brand, whatever it is that you do, it will guarantee it is successful, and it removes the cost of acquisition. It removes the cost of actually getting a customer, which means that we didn't need to take on tens of millions of funding. And boy, was he right. So let's get into 2022. That is genuinely my dream. If I could do that at the age of 22, like buy my mom her dream house, because we've never really kind of owned our own house or like had a house that is like ours. Like my mom has never really had her own house, right? And I know it's something that's very important to her. We also kind of had, just growing up, we had no stability or security, or like kind of, we never grew up with a feeling of safety, like we were safe. So I just think this house, outside of obviously being a house, like being kind of her dream house, being in London where we grew up, and that's what all she knows. Even though I did get her apartment for 6 months in Dubai in the same building that I'm at, just so I always make sure my mom's close to me. Nonetheless, like London is her heart. That's where her heart is. If I could do that this year, it would be very meaningful to me in many, many ways. Both as a symbol for us, and the fact that I was able, I think like just having her own house is just her own home that she can call her own is like just very, it's very symbolic for a lot of things that we went through growing up that weren't so pleasant or fun. So that's a big goal of mine. But nonetheless, I was very proud of that. I was very proud of the fact that when things were tough, me and my mom were basically on government benefits, which is basically if you can prove your income is below a certain point, stuff like that. Yeah, that helped us get through a bit of the rougher period that we had. But guys, I don't come from money. Like, I'm new money. Me and my mom were on government benefits. My mom worked for the NHS. And even me, when we were poor, I looked at wealthy people and I'm like, I don't blame you. Like, you're being villainized and you're not the villain. But I believe that most people who are ultra successful have a massive insecurity that they're not enough. And I can tell you that's 100% the case with me. And it's something I'm working on. And at least I'm cognizant of it, whereas most people aren't. Ladies and gentlemen, like, you don't push as much as I do without looking at yourself in the mirror and always questioning, are you enough? You know, there's clips of me on YouTube saying like, hey, I can't wait to be able to take Ubers. I used to ride the bus because it was free under the age of 16 in the UK. So, you know, everything's documented, everything from A to Z. I've always put being real before anything else. So a year ago, I started Agency Flow with my co-founder. Now, the story of how my co-founder actually, kind of came in contact. My co-founder, Pierre, his wife actually was a client of ours over, I think like 18 months ago. We were working together, and then just organically a conversation started with Pierre. He had been working for the past 2 or 3 years on a software for influencer marketing campaigns. Here on this video, the quality of Agency Flow is like, I'm still stunned by how incredible this thing is. How beautifully it functions on desktop. The mobile app that we developed in record-breaking time. The voice function, the billing, the CRM, just like the project management, it all comes together so beautifully. But as I said, they both flew in for this Power Week here in Dubai. Normally, everything is remote, and of course, there's like a daily team huddle. I'll be honest, most of the time I'm not there because I have to manage the other companies. But yeah, let's go downstairs and I'll introduce you to Pierre and Luis, kind of run you through what we're working on today. And as I said, tonight is very exciting. There have been people who have been on free trial with us for 5 months. We've given them a 5-month free trial. And this evening we are finally billing them, and we're giving them the founding members price of $49 a month. When we launch publicly, it'll be $95 a month. So they keep that price forever as long as they don't cancel. So anyways, yeah, let's go downstairs and run through our morning huddle. Luis, want to introduce yourself?
I'm Luis. I started working with Iman a good while ago, almost 2 years. I started the agency, right now helping with Agency Flow with Grow Your Agency, and we're building everything here in terms of marketing. Pierre is taking care, you're gonna meet Pierre in a while, he's taking care of all the development of everything, and yeah, we're building everything together here.
So that's pretty much about it. Let me introduce you to my co-founder now. So as you can see right here, we have just built out the Agency Flow mini course. It's the first module of 6 modules where we just kind of talk about setting that 12-week sprint sort of action plan. You can see right here, this is where we're going to be talking about internal projects, moving on, communication, tasks, and basically just how to optimize all of this for your agency. Now, if you come inside of Agency Flow, this is the main sort of dashboard. Bear in mind, this is just sort of a burner account. So you'd have, your recent chats, you have your upcoming task, your recent flows on the top, obviously your chats, flows, clients, tasks, invoices. So So you see right here where it says daily reminder to your future self. You can put in whatever you want here, right? You know, right now it says progress, not perfection, but instead you could type in right here, daily reminder to your future self. I commit to signing 10 clients the next 12 weeks.
For 3 hours.
Okay, I gotta make sure that. Okay, I gotta make sure that it doesn't show like people's names and stuff like that. But like that is okay. Tristan, if there's anything at all, oh, I don't know how well that showed. Alright, let's try. Tristan, if there's anything at all that might potentially you can see like someone's email, I'm gonna try to move this like a little further back. But yeah, oh my god, man, this is just gonna go on for like an hour. Basically now all of our free trial customers are finally getting billed, and this is just gonna keep going on and on and on. Oh man, it's bumping. This is cool. Catch.
Oh my god. I didn't think I got any progress. Let's do it.
It's just the amount of straight.
I mean, a lot of failed ones, but anyway.
Yeah, but as I said, like, I mean, some people don't free trial for 5 months.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but receive. Okay, we're not filled anymore.
Yeah, like now, some good ones. Look,
there we go.
I actually still have the proposal, and I initially offered them an ultimate proposal of £75 a week. So I actually landed on £95 a week, and they ended up accepting the offer, and I still have some of the invoices to show for it. So I started training in early 2015, and I got really into it, to the point where I actually would find people on Instagram that had, you know, certified personal trainer in their bio, and I would reach out to them because I wanted all of the NCAA books and the material and basically everything I needed to become a personal trainer. Even though I was 15, I couldn't become a personal trainer for a long time. And I studied so much, and I started networking with personal trainers in different gyms, you know, really just to find out what does it take to become a high-level personal trainer. And then what happened was, you know, my girlfriend at the time and the few friends that I had back then, their parents would invite me over to lunch, and basically I started selling their parents on personal training services. And I would literally sell them on 3-month packages. So as well as 5-6 people that I had networked with in the gym and actually sold them as well, I ended up making my next $10,000. So that brought me up to $20,000 at around the age of 16. And what's really important is I didn't just sell them on personal training services. I also gave them extra PDF guides. I gave them extra tech support. I gave them sleep analysis. I literally helped them remove more EMFs and more blue lights out of their bedroom. Like, I made it this holistic thing. And this was a very important business lesson for me that would translate later on in my career. And I realized that it's not about trading time for money. People don't want your time. People want a predetermined result. And if I wanted to make more money, I needed to focus instead on selling people this result rather than, you know, what I'm gonna do to get there. So instead of selling people on like, hey, you're gonna get X amount of hours with me, which was true, they still got that. Instead, I bundled in all of this other stuff to make sure that they had more conviction that I was actually gonna be able to deliver on that for them. So I ended up doing that for another 9 months until I found my next passion. It was one of my best friends sending me a parody page of my Instagram. And basically what happened was some kids in my school found out that I had this page. And at that point, I was a little bit more open about it. Like, hey, you know, I've got this business sort of, you know, running and flipping Instagram accounts and stuff like that. You know, I was making at that age pretty good money at the age of 15. But yeah, quite frankly, they didn't care. And you know, the reason I wanted to throw this in is because I think some people look at me and they're like, you know, he's superhuman, or, you know, I could never get to that point in life. And I want to make something very, very clear with this video. I am no different to you whatsoever. What you are looking at is someone who's been tirelessly working on themselves for 8 years. When I was 14 years old, I started reading a book every single week. That's how I was able to write such insightful things. And by the way, that was me reading a book a week. There was nonfiction, there was business, self-development, etc., etc. I'll be honest, growing up, I had no friends. Like, I was literally a loner. So I used to basically, for my birthday, I used to ask for Waterstone's gift cards for my mom so I could buy books. Like, if you went into my room, they were basically just filled with books at the age of 8, 9 years old. But I was a loner, and what else was there to do? So the reason I say all this is because if you are trying to do something and your friends are holding you back and you're getting picked on, and I never wanted to use the word bullying, like about kind of like the way I was treated in my school growing up. I don't know, I think bullying is like when someone is helpless. Like, the thing is, I've always had a absolutely zero tolerance policy for another person's opinion. Like, I was always that kid in school who, you know, people could say whatever they want, and it's that I was an absolute loner. I had no friends. I would spend my lunches alone reading, and I never cared. because I knew where I was going. Everything that I was writing on that Instagram page, I knew it was going to turn reality. And of course it hurt, and it wasn't nice having like all these people say this stuff to me in school and, you know, making, you know, mock accounts while I was literally making an income at 15 years old. At that point, once again, to support me and my single mom. And of course it wasn't nice, but then again, these are probably the same people who called me lucky when I built 4 schools for 2,000 children with 0 fundraising, all with my own money by the age of 21 before they even finished college. So just to understand, when you're watching my videos, I am you, you are me. We are no different. There's nothing that I did that you cannot do. I just stuck to the plan for long enough. And if you do as well, I guarantee you'll make more than whatever I've done, 25-ish million in 8 years. You know, you'll probably put me to shame by then. So I guess back then I had no one to tell me this. So I just want you to know that I believe in you. So as I said, for any of you guys watching it right now, just understand like all the flashy stuff, you're gonna get used to it. You're gonna get acclimated to it. So yeah, just enjoy the journey. That's really where the fun is.
Now, I'll be honest, 2022 was just insane. You know, obviously at that point, I'd had multi-million-dollar a year businesses for many, many years at that point, but 2022 was the first year where I went from multi-million to multi-8 figures a year in my businesses, and it was just like, once again, the power of personal brand. I could just talk about it for days. It's honestly just the most insane thing on earth, but 2022, obviously a lot of other things happened. I mean, now I'm getting all this new attention. There's famous people reaching out to me. There's all these things that are happening. Like, it was insane. But 2022, I was still quite like new to everything, and I was focused on the business. I still had my head down. 2023 though, we honestly can make a Netflix documentary about what happened in 2023. I bought everything. This is a Drake line. At 17, I wanted everything in store. At 23, I bought it all just to make sure. That was literally my life. Honestly, it was insane. Even though in 2024, the businesses grew, and as a percentage, the businesses grew a lot more in 2022 than they did in 2023. 2023 was just like, I don't know if you've seen that show Entourage. I watched that show for the first time when I was already a millionaire, by the way. And I was like, fuck, that would be so cool to like live that life with my boys, experience life, just like that whole thing. And that was 2023. And sometimes you have to experience things, you have to like live it. I'm so grateful that I had lived it. And to be honest, I feel like in 2023, I just kind of got it out my system. And once again, the personal brand was growing, the businesses were growing, everything was good. But 2023, honestly, I just soaked it all in. We have so much footage, so much recording. I think we probably released 0.01% of everything that happens in my life, and who knows, maybe in 20 years we'll release it as a documentary. But yeah, let's get into 2023.
And I say this because please keep this in mind anytime you watch my video or some TikTok. This stuff does not happen overnight. It has been nearly a decade since I started reading a book a week, since I started meditating, going to the gym, and setting the building blocks and the foundation for the man that I would go on to be. So please keep your foot on the gas, keep pressing, but extend your timeline. I can tell you that I have missed out on so many hang out with the friends, grab a beer with the friends, watch the football game. My childhood and my teenage years had none of that, which is why I want you to understand, extend the timeline.
So you think we should start the vlogs?
No, next week.
Why?
Because I'm busy. So guys, I am finally, after 1 year, doing a house tour. I'm gonna show you guys what $2 million buys you here in Cape Town. So on that note, let's come through. So this place is, I think, 12,000 square feet. That is, I'm not gonna tell you his name, but he's part of my security team, so don't mind him. I'll say it is definitely quite serene to just wake up and that's on one side. The ocean is right in front of you. It is definitely some of the best views I've seen in the entire world. And I can tell you some of my other homes are very, very peaceful. They're very nice, but I think in terms of views, this definitely has to take the cake. Then basically you can look down or up at the rest of the property. The outside braai barbecue area. This house isn't homely at all, but definitely certain parts of it and the nature, it's definitely pretty to look at.
Education is freedom, education is liberty, education for me personally is everything, and today looking at this beautiful building, it fills me with a sense of fulfillment. So I just want to say a big thank you to all of you. So finally, I just want to thank all of you for your incredible hospitality. Nepal is an incredible country. I've been waiting 3 years to come back here, and it makes me very happy that I'm here today. So thank you, all of you. Oh, and we're playing football later, so if you're good, make sure you're on my team, please. Thank you.
I left school in 11th grade, so you can get me a certificate here, so I can say I finished school?
Yeah.
we can make you the honorary student, you know?
Yes, awesome.
Yes, from this
Flying
school.
colours.
You finished
I finished school. That would make my mom very happy.
Parents like the most random things. Simple like.
My mom would be happier that I got a certificate from the school than that I actually built a school. She was like, I'm so proud of you, Iman.
About 17 months have passed, but it feels like yesterday that Grow Your Agency and Pahad Trust Nepal completed building our dream of getting educated, sitting inside the absolutely secure and grand classrooms. Thank you so much for being with us and hearty welcome once again at last. Thank you, have a great day and enjoy this grand celebration ahead. Namaste.
I think that in life, the best thing you can give someone is opportunity, and with this school, you have the opportunity to make something great of your life. So the only thing that I ask, the only 3 promises is that you wake up every single day and you work hard, you're honest, and you're respectful to your teachers. Thank you very much.
Wow, Alex. Wow. Jeez. Yes. Beautiful.
I know Iman, I've seen his videos, I know who he is, what he shows. There's like a line that differentiates where he is and where I am, like right now. So
yeah, but it's all time, bro. It's all time. Like, bear in mind, you know, I was a young 16-year-old kid with acne on my face, and you know, just trying to make something out of myself. So this stuff takes time. It doesn't take a year to get to where you want to get to. You know, it takes 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It's a long, long journey. So hopefully you took something from today. But I also brought you a small little gift. Hopefully you
didn't
like
have to. You realize that just like being here, being with you guys, you know, meeting the people I met today, just like the experience, that has a lot of value.
Well, I hope the gift helps you remember, walk in the moment. So I don't know if you're into watches.
Oh. Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, bro. You've been a joy to hang out with today.
I'm speechless. I really don't know what to say.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bro.
I wasn't expecting it. I told you, just being around you, there is a lot to learn from you, from like behavior and mentality. I was not expecting this, honestly. Thank you very much.
But it wasn't luck. I've seen from a very young age. I'm the only one of probably, if not the only one, who's seen his every journey, every hours, every days, every pretty much. I always was there with him. Yeah. So for me, it wasn't all of a sudden, wow, how lucky we get. No, it's I've seen the work.
Very good. That's amazing.
Love you.
What did you get?
Ta-da!
Ooh, what could it be?
Like, I don't know. I cannot even pretend. By now I know what is in the box, so...
Very nice.
My baby, welcome home. Welcome to Dubai, Habibi.
You're such a mom.
There we go.
So it is a Birkin 25, hardest Birkin to get in terms of size. Listen, I mean, I don't know official numbers, but I can tell you you're gonna find very few of this type of leather. It's called Epsom leather compared to Togo, which just looks a little bit more rough, more like worn in, which most Birkins are Togo leather, and Epsom has a lot more structure to it as well.
Congrats.
Thank you very much. So, I have a new baby in my wardrobe.
It's nice.
Thank you, sweetheart.
My pleasure.
Mm.
So, as I said, I appreciate every single one of you. It's been a crazy journey, bro. From being embarrassed when I was 15, because it wasn't really a thing back then, like taking vlog clips in the bus, or like in the gym recording myself, or in the bookstore,
And instead of just being embarrassed, hoping no one saw the camera, all the way from that to where we are today, it's been a wild ride. Now this right here is a YouTube gold plaque for hitting 1 million subscribers. So we actually got this 5 months ago and we're already at like 2.5, something like that. So honestly, this is all thanks to you guys. I want to get one of these for the second channel. I want to get one of these for the vlog channel. I want to hit 1 million subscribers on that channel by the end of the year. You guys will get to see a little bit more of my personal life that I don't really show on my main YouTube channel. And you guys also get updates, which a lot of you seem to like, on how boxing's going, new cars I'm buying, new watches. And it's also a place where pretty much weekly I'm interacting with fans, doing 10,000 pound shopping spree for fans, meeting up with fans and taking them sneaker shopping or taking them out partying with me and my friends, or just even doing a simple workout. And I'm gonna make it even more interesting. If we hit 200,000 YouTube subscribers in the next week, I'm gonna PayPal one of you $10,000. So all you need to do is subscribe, go comment on the latest video. If we manage to hit the benchmark, then I'm gonna pick one random comment. I'll respond to you, ask for your Instagram, we'll get in touch there, and I'll go ahead and send you the money. With all that being said, let me go ahead and open this. This is sick. Bro, this is stunning. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Congrats, bro.
Couldn't have done it without you. Jeez. I appreciate you, bro. This one's for the team, bro.
That's pretty.
There you go. That's crazy.
I am late because I come bearing gifts.
Oh. Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, lots of gifts. No, there's like actually like shit tons of gifts.
Oh my god.
Also, wait, there's one other thing.
Once I got to a certain age, basically my stepdad divorced my mom, and my mom got a letter through the mail from his lawyers that basically said, you have 7 days to leave the house. She lost her home. So at that point, obviously, I didn't know how long it would take, but I promised her that I'd buy her the house. And I didn't think I could do it soon, but yeah, I guess I made it happen. But my house was not a home. My house was not a place that I was particularly happy at. So I grew up in a house like this with, it's crazy, with no warm water, with no heating. When my stepdad found out I was starting a business, he cut off the Wi-Fi. The walls were caving in. In my room there was mold. It was a shit show. And to make things worse, my stepdad put cameras not on the outside, on the inside of the house. So I grew up as like a f***ing prisoner in my own house. Like I had someone watching me 24/7, and yeah. When I say this is bittersweet, this is the last place on earth I would want to buy my own house. The last place on earth.
I have no idea, my heart. It is a big part of my life. It's pretty much the only home I know as a home.
Yeah.
As a family home.
Yeah.
I lived there almost 20 years. And coming back, it just makes me emotional, and I just rather leave.
Yeah.
I rather leave.
Bro, I literally follow all your like content. You're literally like, everything I've done is because of you. Because
on here.
Your agency, everything, bro.
I appreciate that, bro.
Everyone tells you can't do it. Like even at my stage, people are telling me, you need to focus on school, you need to do this. And something inside of me is telling me, well, I want to be like self-made. And no one actually like helped me reach that. And then I saw your videos and then it made me realize this guy's done it from like nothing.
Listen, the one thing you have is time, you know, and I'm gonna be honest, you could pretty much do anything in life.
Thank you very much. Bro. Bro, what's going on here? Just chips, bro. Chips in the cook. Mate. Bro, what is this? Check this. Mate, what? Seriously?
I thought if you ever want to de-stress, you almost got notifications pinging on your Apple.
Bro, come on, man. I even said to you, bro, there's no need, man. You've done enough.
It's the least I could do.
Jesus. Thank you so much. Honestly, this is too kind, seriously.
Hey, honestly, it's my pleasure, bro. Thank you for everything.
Wow. It's the best Coke Zero I've had.
Come here real quick. Sally, we got you a little gift because you've been so amazing.
Oh my god.
We got you a little something to make it easier to call back
Are
home.
you sure?
I hope you
can't believe this.
I hope you like purple.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything. We really appreciate you.
Sally, you're a legend.
Thank you.
Also, we got you some headphones because we know Alex likes to play loud music. So.
Oh my god.
You remember that time at 1 o'clock? He played loud music, and he didn't remember you were in your room. And we also know that you never want to use the main TV to watch. You don't want to disturb us, so we thought we'd get you a little something.
God.
You can watch Netflix.
This is all for me. Oh
All for you.
All for you, and a nice little case.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe. Oh my god. Thank you so much, sir. I don't know what I will do.
Team hug.
Team hug. Come here.
Team hug.
Yes. What are we doing? We're going car shopping. Again. Yes. And except this car isn't actually for me. This car is a gift. I'm sure you guys have seen I give away quite a lot of gifts, and especially to the people that have been there for me for a long time and have been there with me from the jump. So this person I'm getting a gift for has been basically a part of my journey, has helped kind of support me through the highs and the lows ever since I basically started my business. So as a little token of appreciation, I'm buying them a car.
Thank you. You have to go to Dubai first, bro.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are we getting next month? Okay, let's just
I can't say on camera.
What are we getting today?
So go out there, work hard, forget the concept of time, and one day I know you'll be able to buy this for yourself, and hopefully maybe you'll even be able to buy this for your loved ones and share all of the success and all the blessings that you've been able to bring into your life.
There you go, good sir. Delivery, 3 pairs of open.
Thank you so much. How much do I owe you?
Don't be silly. No, it's on me. Don't be silly.
That's not how it works
Don't be
here.
silly, bro. It's on me.
I have an offer. I'm gonna give you $10,000 if you return a serve of mine.
Turn one serve.
It has to land on my side, between the singles lines.
What about charities? Do you work with any charities?
Yeah, I do one with Grace, yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite charity?
Together for Children is called.
Okay, if I don't return a serve, I'll donate 10K.
How about 10 serves?
No. 20.
20.
Okay, 20 serves.
20 serves.
If I return one of 20 in the court,
I'll give you 10K.
and if I don't return any, then I'll
You
donate
donate 10K to Together for Children.
Deal. Up the vlog, couple things to address. First things first, here is confirmation of the 10,000 euro donation that I sent to the charity that Stefanos works with. So big shout out to Mr. Tsitsipas and all of the amazing work he does there. You know, I buy watches for friends. I give away maybe 30 watches a year as gifts. So yeah, you know, it's I'll be honest, bro, it's funny you mentioned that because I do actually have a little gift for you. This right here is your new watch.
Are you actually messing with me?
No, I'm being serious.
No way.
I was gonna get to that at the end of the class.
No way.
Cheers, bro.
Oh my, I don't even know what to say. Yo, I've seen this happen before on camera, but I didn't. Oh, thank you, my bro. I appreciate it. Just joking. I was like,
I don't know if you noticed, I started here. The plan was to go through all the watches and it was in the top.
I don't even know where to go from here. It's just like. Alright, see you guys. End of the video.
Show it one time.
Guys, this is crazy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks for joining me today. Good job on the run once again.
You know, maybe.
Let's
good.
Yeah,
We're in London, bro.
I can believe it.
On the streets of London, bro. We cook your room.
Oh my god.
Seriously, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, man. Matching the team. Oh
My boy. Big night?
Big night. Big night. Let's go.
Or the fact that like people make an effort, like flying from all over the world and shit like that. Incredible. I need to lock myself in my office for a week after. Just talk to no one. Got you inside, yeah? Sure, thank you. So it's just a digital portrait. It's nothing much, it's nothing expensive, but it's from the heart, and yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, we'll try my absolute best. Obviously, we have a 6 o'clock cutoff, so. But yeah, just want to say, if I don't get a chance to say hi, just genuinely, it means the world to me that you guys took hours out of your Sunday to come and say hi and show support and love.
Thank you, Iman.
Thank you, man. No, thank you to everyone. I really appreciate it. Cheers, guys. I'll try my best, I promise. You don't take this in the wrong way. Obviously, this place is quite near and dear to my heart. I have a lot of good memories here. As I said, probably insignificant to you, but to me, this is always a very sort of safe space for me. And yeah, you know, the minutes turn into hours here, so thought I'd give you a little gift. Hopefully, keep the lights on for 30 more years. Small little donation. As I hope you don't take it the wrong way, but
No.
you know,
Very welcome. I appreciate that.
yeah, it's it makes me very happy to hear that a lot of young gentlemen are walking through the door and picking up a book. Yeah.
That was really nice.
That's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Big thank you for having such an open space and not kicking someone out when they spent 3-4 hours reading. So,
I never did, hopefully.
No, never did.
Alex, happy birthday. What? What? Nah, what are you doing, bro? Nah. Cardi bracelet. Nah, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. Alright, but be quick, we got a flight to catch. Oh my god. Yeah, it suits you. Thank you. It does, it looks nice.
So yeah, everyone will get your Apple Watches ordered, GPS cellular, 41 or 45, depends whichever one you want. And yeah, we're running a marathon as a company first week of December.
So, as I said, gonna go ahead and get the team all Apple Watches. We're also looking to raise minimum $100,000 for charity, and we're gonna raise that and donate that and put that towards the next school that we're building in Nepal with our continued effort with Pahar Trust.
You know, in fact, there was even one member of the team that quit, got in the car, and then like a few minutes later was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I gotta finish this thing. And to me, that's just, that is just the most beautiful thing that could ever happen. You know, you taste defeat, you taste giving up, and you decide, no, that's not me. That's not us. That's not how we act as a company. So I just feel like in that moment, you know, he embodied everything that our company is. They're all mentally ill. Like, they're just strong people. And they have so much love and care for each other, we all do. It's like your little, it's armor. You know, when we're together, it's armor. You could put us anywhere. You could put us anywhere in the world and tell us, okay, you see the top of that mountain, I need you to get up there. We find a way. And I think that's just the culture of our company.
All right, guys. I just want to say, like I said at the beginning, but I'll say it again, I'm so incredibly proud of all of you to push through 42 kilometers in very typical London weather. Like I said, I'm so proud of you. Can't put into words
just how taken aback I am, how starstruck I am. And you guys really are all the real superstars. You guys are the ones, the unsung heroes that no one gets to see, unfortunately, but yeah, today you guys laid it all on the table and all of you guys showed, yeah, why you're here at this company. So all I can say is that personally, for me, I look at all of you guys and I feel so motivated and so inspired. And yeah, I just feel like I gotta work 10 times harder when I see all you guys. So yeah, I just wanna say, go home, have a bubble bath, have some, eat whatever food you wanna eat. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve the world and more. So yeah, bless all of you. So moving into 2024, which I'm actually recording this right at the end of 2024, honestly, this year I feel more strong, more wise, more mature than ever before. The businesses are stronger than ever before, and things have really diversified. I've bought a few software companies this year. I've expanded into physical products, my eyewear business, which I don't think I mentioned, but I started my eyewear business in 2020. It always did well, but I never really focused on it. This year, I sold 40% to my business partner. But yeah, this year we really actually started to focus on it, made millions of dollars in profit from it. And honestly, 2024, I feel settled, I feel good. It's been a tough year, it's been a challenging year. I feel closer to God than I've ever felt before. And I also just feel so disattached to anything material. Now I know that sounds a little funny when I've got a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a Lamborghini Serato. You won't be able to see behind them, but I've got Maybach, GT3. I've got a few of my other cars there that you can't see and some not even here at my house. I don't think having nice things means that you're a materialistic person. I'll be honest, like even that car, I have to force myself to drive it. Other people drive that car more than I drive that car. And it gives me so much enjoyment seeing my friends get to enjoy things that for me personally, I maybe just don't really care about that much anymore. But I know for the other people, it's a dream. So for me personally, being able to share these blessings, it's why not? You know, if you've been so blessed in life, I just think you should share your blessings. So I don't think just because you have nice things that makes you a materialistic person or, you know, you're a shallow or this or that. I'll be honest, 2024, I have never in my life felt more disconnected from material things. I don't care if I'm sitting in that car. This year I bought my favorite car that I have, which is a Mini Cooper with 700,000 kilometers on the dash that I've restored, and it's been a continuous project over this year. This thing fucking breaks down every few months. In fact, it's actually coming back from the shop tomorrow. But my point is, I don't care if it's that, I don't care if it's my restored old vintage Defender, I don't care which one of my cars it is, I just feel so disattached. The glitz, the glam, the socialista events, the supermalls, the this, that, you know, maybe I think everyone just has to go through things, and maybe as you watch this video, you're like, oh, I don't need to go through something to know that that's not what I want. Or maybe you're like, hey, I want to experience it. I've always been one of those people where I want to experience everything life has to offer and come to my own decisions. That's just been me personally. Some people can learn from, you know, the lessons from others. I've just been one of those people, I want to try everything. You know, I want to try every kind of life. I want to try every hedonistic desire. And then once I go through it, I'm like, yeah, whatever it is, what it is. So I guess all that to say that the businesses are in the best place they've ever been. I'm the strongest I've ever been. I'm the most content, at peace I've ever been, even though 2024 has been such a difficult year with so many different challenges. I don't know, I'm just proud that I always do it with a smile on my face. You know, I just feel like I always go through life with grace. I don't get too hung up on the highs, I don't get too hung up on the lows. You know, I just got a lot closer to God. I just felt a lot more peace in my heart, even though there was a lot of chaos around me. You know, I really feel like as a business owner, an entrepreneur, an investor, 2024 was probably my most important and transformative year. You know, even though most stuff I didn't talk about, I didn't reveal, I kept silent about most things. But what can I say? Another incredible year, so let's get into it. I get that a lot. A lot of times people go, can you believe where you've ended up in life? And I go, 100%. How the can I not believe where I ended up in life when I took the steps? I followed my own advice. I went left, right, left, right. I've taken thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, singular steps. I can remember every single step I took. And what, you're surprised? You're surprised that I'm not surprised of where I got to? I used to meditate in my school bathrooms alone pretty much every single lunch. And the reason I meditated was because I was in that awkward phase of getting 3-4 hours of sleep every single night. And I had to basically manage both school as well as starting my first entrepreneurial venture. At that time, I'd had a few ventures. I was flipping Instagram accounts, and then I started personal training my friends' parents, and I started picking up a video camera and learning how to make videos and photos for companies and doing that freelance.
So I was getting like 3-4 hours sleep a night. So school, that sort of lunch period, was the best time that I could meditate without falling asleep.
This guy's like the Russian Oprah, bro.
There you go.
Jeez.
And then one for, obviously.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. You going crazy with it yesterday, my boy. Let's go upstairs. Come on.
The thing that I am slightly ashamed of, it's that I don't go back to Dagestan enough. Obviously, moved to London, I forgot pretty much all my Russian, so it's something that I need to get better at. So I feel like even just a day like today is nice for me, just to, once again, as I said, remember where I come from, because to me that's important, no matter where you go in life. Where you're from, your roots, your tradition, your family, that's all you have.
Salam, salam.
Отлично. Да? Это твой my gift. I love it.
Спасибо.
Пожалуйста.
Gonna go surprise our friend with something that he's very passionate about without ruining the surprise.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
Oh no.
I got you my 2 favorite sneakers, or shoes.
No way, bro.
Pair of Travis's. I know you got 1 pair. This is one of the new colorways.
You're crazy, bro. You always look. Oh no. Let's go, man. I wear these almost every day, but I beat mine to the ground. These are sick, bro. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks.
And you couldn't leave Dubai without walking out with a pair of Lord Pianos.
Okay. I could wear my Iman fit now.
There we go, bro.
These are the
open walks.
Okay. These
the
are
the old man shoes.
Got my old money vibes going on now.
Pleasure. All right. Let's get sweating.
Let's do it. Come on.
Whoa. Oh. Congrats on 4 million. Even though we're at 5 now.
Holy shit, bro. Fuck. Bro, I don't deserve this, man. Yeah, you say shit. I don't know what to say to you.
I mean, it was from being day one, basically.
My pleasure, bro.
We parked in our driveway, bro.
What do you mean? The wagon? Q must have parked it somewhere. Sick car though, huh?
Yeah. Matches the fleet. What the? No, shut up.
Congrats.
F off, bro.
Congrats.
Nah, f off.
Congrats.
What?
It's like you. It's a little rough around the edges. Doesn't work. Doesn't work half the time.
Bro.
So we're here at Ladles of Love in Cape Town, packing up some pallets. Obviously, we spend a lot of time in South Africa. We try to do as much as we can when we're here to give back, but it's always very difficult finding the right organization. So today we've partnered up with Ladles of Love, and yeah, we'll be feeding 100 children for the next year, which is amazing. So today we're basically packing the pallets and hand delivering it to one of the schools. So that way we can see the full process of food coming in. Obviously, we're loading ourselves onto the pallets and then hand delivering it, so we can see some of the lives we're changing and, you know, the kids that we're impacting. So for right now, just getting a bit of a sweat on and loading it all up.
So this is the warehouse. So they'll get a selection. They get oats, they get sugar, they get rice, they get maize meal, they get 4 vegetables, they get cabbage, butternut, carrots, they get some salt, they get a soya mince. So soya mince is like a plant-based type meat. So it's protein, it's very high in protein. So they get that as well. If you come in, all these vegetables are grown by our community farmers. You know, they're not perfect, but they have the flavor, they are beautiful, they're as God intended, there's no pesticides. It's as God asked. You know, you've got these cucumbers. I mean, the quality, the flavor is unbelievable. And when you use this, it's like, it's real, you know, it's wonderful. So we try and support the farmers by buying all this vegetable from them. I've got to let you taste the carrot.
Oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
Go for it,
Start
Mark. You start.
That's one good carrots.
Good carrot.
Carrots in London do not taste like this.
No, exactly. This is the quality you get. So.
One more here.
20 on that one.
Okay, sir. 30 on this one.
Five, 6.
This is Iman.
Iman.
Elizabeth.
Nice to meet you.
And I don't know your name.
Israel. Iman, pleasure to meet you.
Just checking.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy all kids ice cream. Ice cream? Oh, ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream?
Bring them ice cream. Ice cream.
Yeah. No, we get
Oh, you can buy it.
Yeah.
Come. No, first fire say Brexit.
Yeah.
Brexit one. Take it. When you fall up.
Sure. What's your name?
Christian.
Christian?
Yes.
I'm Alex. Nice to meet you. You guys go to school?
Yes.
How was school? Nice? Good.
There you go.
We are into it.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
A superhero.
A superhero?
Yes.
Like who?
Spider-Man.
And save people?
Yes, from burning houses.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
So there we go, my friend. That is nearly a decade of a boy having a dream, having a vision for what he wanted for his life, waking up every single day, working towards that. The highs, the lows, the learning lessons, all of it. So with that, maybe for some of you, you're inspired. Maybe for some of you, you watch this and you're like, F this guy. As I said, I'm gonna keep living my life. I'm gonna share what works, what doesn't work. If you find value in that, great. And if you don't, that's cool as well.